is live.
Why did everyone get so quiet for me?
It appears to be live. Okay. So let me keep that open so I can see what I fucked up this time. It definitely has sound this time. So I think it's probably good. Oh, okay. Got to turn that down. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I had to mute my computer because the sound's coming out of it. And I was like, that's not what we want.
Oh, God.
Discord.
It's got
Recording in progress.
Discord. Come on, Discord. You can do it. I believe in you. Against all odds, I believe you can load. Thank you. Updates. Takes forever. All right, there we go. The link is posted. Hey, Harrison's here live.
Ricefeld?
I don't know. It says Harrison.
Oh my
They're
god.
excited to finally watch us live. We're live right now, technically, but we're not doing the episode quite yet. So we can start whenever.
Well, let's do it.
Hold on 1 second. I got a weird message. Let me see what it says.
Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Tuna, tell me if you hear this.
Yeah, the stream broadcast had to accept that the host was recording.
Yep.
That's all. All right, we should be good.
It's got the juice.
It's got the juice.
You guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And in 3, 2. Been a minute since I opened one of these. It is the 338th episode of the Unranked podcast. This is Christian Humes here with Dan, the stream man, Ween.
What's up? It's Corn.
And Tuna the Targaryen.
It's got the juice.
It's got the juice.
Honestly, I only went out of order. Just I felt I wanted to give Dan extra props for getting the stream stuff set up, and the two of you obviously doing a lot of more hosting recently. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's do this. I'm excited. There was a lot of game news today. Sorry, not today, but this week. Unfortunately, Tom's not here, but we'll go over some of it.
Tom's not here. Yeah. Well, we could slag him off if we want to. He's not going to fucking listen to it.
Well, Dan, last week you and Tuna did something fun based on the Pokemon. Let's try it again this week, and let's just jump right into today's Pokemon.
I didn't look, so let's do it.
Don't look.
It's the 338th Pokemon. Don't look it up. I want you to tell me, what do you think Soul Rock is? Soul Rock.
Oh, I mean, that had it spoiled a bit last week. I remember this now.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing, I don't know, a rock that looks kind of like in a sun shape.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's only because last week was like Luna Moon or whatever.
Lunatone.
Luna Stone or something. Yeah.
Yeah, Lunatone. Ridiculous.
Yep. I mean, and obviously the name, Alex, what would you think the name might or may be a combination of?
Soul as in solar and stone as in stone.
It's Soul Rock.
It's not Soul Stone.
I'm sorry. What is it?
Yeah,
I didn't look it up either.
That's from the.
That was
Lunatone last time.
Lunatone. I'm on the Lunatone train.
Soul Rock.
Oh, then it must be solar and scissors.
You're close. Soul, which is Latin for sun, and rock, which is rock.
Rock, which is rock.
Like Dwayne.
Right. Yes.
Rock
Johnson?
which is
rock. What are the actually more interesting things about these Pokemon is you'd think they would have been a bigger part of Pokemon Sun and Moon, considering it's literally a sun and a moon.
Right.
You almost would think if they were ever going to get an evolution, this would be the game. No.
What would they evolve to though? I guess they could do like a supernova and a. I don't know what a moon evolves to. A moon just evolves.
Maybe just like an asteroid belt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or just an angry moon with a face that's going to crash into the planet in 3 days.
Just grumpy moon.
Yeah. You've got 3 days to save the planet. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a Pokemon. It relies on solar energy. It absorbs during the daylight, and then it's able to use it, as an attack. It's a rock psychic type, which is interesting because if you asked me to make a Pokemon that is the sun but made out of a rock, I would make it a fire and rock. I wouldn't do psychic rock just because it's the sun.
I mean, I agree.
And it's hot.
But in all fairness, you can still make it like a fire, like a rock that's on fire. They didn't. They just went with a rock that looks like a sun.
Yeah. Tuna, what would you do there? If you had to type Soul Rock.
He ponders.
Water grass.
No, I was giving it a serious ponder.
No,
would it be like a rock with rock parents?
So rock would be
Who's
ground.
Okay.
Maybe fighting. But then maybe we bring in a new type.
No, we're not bringing a new type.
Nuclear.
Okay, nuclear. That's a really good point. Maybe they picked psychic because it's maybe kind of like radiation, just because it's sort of like this invisible power.
Maybe that's
so is
you don't actually
kinda
see. Yeah,
I mean, it's possible, Christian.
Even
who knows what goes on
better.
at Game Freak? I don't know. Who knows what goes on there?
Gets game freaky.
Look, there's not a whole lot to say about this Pokemon other than what's been said. It's a partner Pokemon to the one that we had last week. One game you get the moon, the other one you get the sun. It looks like a sun. It's a rock. It's cool, I guess. I think it's like one of those middle tier Pokemon.
Okay.
I don't think this is a shit Pokemon. I think like it's a good concept by having both.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not getting up early in the morning to go catch a Soul Rock.
Well, in real life, what if that was a real Pokemon in real life? You're not waking up early at the crack.
Are there other real Pokemon?
Yeah.
Because if there's no other real Pokemon, this is all I'm getting, then yes, I will get up in the morning to go get it. Otherwise, I'm probably still going for. There's probably at least 200 other Pokemon I'd want to catch first, like guaranteed.
Fine, I think that's fair.
Yeah, man, let's do a ranking. We should do a ranking. Oh, this would have been more fun to do if we did it at the end of each, like every time we got to the end of a generation. Now we're back almost 3. But imagine if we ranked Pokemon if they were real. So like what Pokemon would you want most in order of most to least if they were real? Because that would definitely change things up. Because there are Pokemon that are very useful or powerful that like you kind of think look lame, but it's like, well, if that was real, I would get that motherfucker over here.
Are we talking about like which Pokemon would I want to be real in terms of fighting against other people or utility? Like I want to
anything.
Pikachu.
You'd have to decide because there's probably some that you'd say, well, the utility on this outweighs fighting for a lot of other Pokemon.
Well, like fuck the electric company. I'm gonna just have a Pikachu that's gonna power my shit.
Why wouldn't you choose a Raichu? It's an evolved electricity system.
Or how about driving ever again? I'm gonna have a Mewtwo teleport me everywhere forever.
Right. Or Arceus. I'll just
Arceus. Yeah.
Arceus. I'll just fucking do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah,
every day.
I'll create Tunaville.
Yeah, that's happening.
These
I'll become
Pokemon
the
would
creator
kill
and destroyer.
Yeah.
Or getting an Arceus is basically like getting the Infinity Stones. That's
Soul Stone.
Yeah, you're kind of on the same path there. Anyone have any other thoughts on this Pokemon before we just fuck this segment and move on?
Not really, no.
Tuna, you thinking about it?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You're not even thinking about it? That's kind of rude.
No, I kind of stopped thinking about this Pokemon 30 seconds ago.
Great.
Okay.
Let's move on. What are you thinking about now? Look, I can see your phone in your hand, in your glasses.
Oh, you got me. So, let's see what's going on here. So this week we are preparing for my daughter's 1-year birthday party.
Woo!
It's this Saturday for all you people. that have been invited. None.
I'm not going.
We talked about this last week. None of the podcast hosts are coming.
I'll be honest. I
The-
was still debating this week making
the
a surprise, because I have a flight that got canceled, and so I have like $600 on JetBlue that I could just burn. So it's like I thought about doing it, but now Therese very likely has COVID, so probably not. Which means I'm
I
probably
see.
not going to see Tom. So
fuck 'em.
I
So-
also was debating going, and then I was like, I probably need to actually work at some point because I haven't been at work in a while, and I've worked this weekend. So
well, there you
have-
go.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So anyway, I've been preparing for that. The tent's up in the backyard already. Tables, the
You
whole
got the
shebang.
tent?
I hope
Yeah,
you
we
didn't
got
get the
tent
Shake
tables.
Shack too early.
No. It's
That
getting
wouldn't
delivered
last
day
3
of.
days.
No.
The burgers are hot and fresh
They're
outside.
ready to go.
They were delivered a
Saturday.
week ago. Good luck. So, let's see. Anything else going on?
They
No.
got the juice.
Next
They would
week,
have the juice, not in a good way.
next week probably won't be on the podcast. So I'll say it now. Weenus and I are going to the U.S. Open.
I mean,
Tom's
we can
not
still
going.
do the podcast that day. I mean, you'll be too many honeydews in to figure out anything. But
It's on Friday.
oh, you were doing that Friday. That's right. I suggested we suggested Thursday to Tom. He couldn't do it, and then he said maybe Friday. Or you
So then
couldn't do
wait, why won't
Thursday?
you be on the podcast if you're going on Friday?
Yeah, what are you doing Thursday?
It's my daughter's.
Oh,
She's
it's your
gonna be
do-
sleeping
oh,
by
okay.
the time we do the podcast.
Oh yeah, but it's still like
Yeah, yeah.
not a good
Anyway.
look.
Not a good.
Not a
look.
good look to other people who look in. People in glass houses.
If you don't
So-
think
This
Brittany's
isn't
gonna
a
be passed
tuna
out by the
decision. This
time-
is
by
a
the time
this is
9 o'clock rolls around from that
this
long
is a
day for
father.
his birthday.
This is a
This
father's
is-
decision who doesn't
this-
want to piss off the mother.
Yeah, this
No, this
is
is a father's decision who's gonna be exhausted because it's a long day.
this is a tuna decision. However, it's a preemptive tuna decision because if I don't make this decision, I look like an ass.
Oh, yeah.
So
If you do the podcast on your daughter's birthday,
Yeah.
you're going to be missing a lot more than just your daughter's birthday episode.
right.
You're going
Right.
to be missing several more weeks just to pay
Right.
back having to do
Right.
that.
So I'm good.
So somehow you will just be busy on Thursdays for a while.
I
if that
guarantee
happens.
Thursday rolls around, he's playing video games instead.
It's quite possible. I'll let you know. Speaking of video games, been playing a lot of Fall Guys again.
You have
Dan kind of roped me in.
It's also
okay.
more fun on the Xbox.
Here's the
Okay,
thing.
fine. Dan didn't rope me in.
He
Dan
roping
got
him
me.
in. He texts me like every 2 days. And he's like, "Fall Guys," like I'm roping him in by doing that.
Where's
started
my
it.
text for the
Started
Fall
it.
Guys?
You're at
Where's my
work.
Fall Guys?
You're
This
at
is like
work.
10 in the
You
morning
work
for
now.
you.
You're physically
Wait. What
at
time?
work
What
now.
time? What time?
It's like midday
Like midday, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock.
our time. So like 10 o'clock.
I
your
don't.
time.
I don't go to work till 10.
But you'd be
Well-
at work at 10. This is like usually around 1 o'clock or a little
I'm
after.
going late.
Where
I've got
were
my.
you?
I've
I
got
was
my.
playing Fall Guys.
Listen, I work at G4. There are consoles everywhere. I could just hop on. If we don't have a meeting.
All right, fine.
That's fine. I mean, I don't care.
I've got my backbone there. I could just sit. I could just sit at the desk and just play Fall Guys. There's so many people I walk by them and they just like they're playing games at their desk.
Jesus. I haven't really played anything else. I tried that turbo golf game real
Yeah, I
I
quick.
know we
tried
didn't get to
to.
play.
Didn't get to play. Depending on when we end this, might be able to. If you really want to play it,
We can cruise a little.
I'll give it another
It did
chance.
not. It didn't give me a good first impression.
Yeah, I didn't love it either.
How many times did you play?
I only played twice, so I can't really.
Oh, you only
So
played I
just
played
like two
4 times.
courses?
No, I
This was-
played like 3 courses in a match, and then the second
Okay.
match I had to end early.
Yeah, no, like I played 2. I think 3 full matches, and then like the other one I had to quit because it was time to come on here.
Okay. So I'll say 2 things because I see
Uh-uh.
why you think that because the first time I played through, I was like, I don't know about this.
It was a little.
I felt like I was significantly better by like my 3rd time playing it. Like
Okay.
the 3rd, I probably played for like an hour and a half earlier. The 3rd time I played it, I was smoking everyone. And then after that, I just won like every single time because there's like obviously a lot of new people playing this game. It's a brand new game. But it is like an early access game. So it does feel like it feels like a little, I don't know, unpolished or like sanitized. Like it feels like it's missing something. Like there needs to be something going on.
It feels
in
like
the
it's
game.
missing a bunch of things.
Oh, really? Such
It
as
just felt like empty. Like I'm like, okay, so I'm pretty much driving this
Yeah.
ball to a hole like over and over again.
I think they
boring.
skipped a step. I think someone played Rocket League and said it would be cool if there was more of a if they had a racing element to this game. And they said, what if we made it golf? But then they didn't change it.
They didn't make it
just
golf.
made it Rocket League golf.
Yeah, they didn't make it golf. There needs to be a golf element where you're actually caring how many times you hit the ball, because otherwise it's just racing
Well,
with a ball.
yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, there's a lot of new golf games for multiplayer where it's just first person to get it in. And you all go at the same time because a lot of people don't want to wait. That's not like that doesn't make
Well, I'm not
for
saying
a
you have to
good
take turns, but like the
multiplayer
strokes
game.
usually matter in those games too. Like it usually somewhat matters.
I hear what you're saying.
All you're doing is pushing a ball into the hole that's at the end of the course. The
Yeah,
strokes
It's
don't
Rocket
matter.
League golf.
It's timing. The power-ups,
They don't seem to do much.
they don't
Here's
do
where I
a
think
lot.
they went wrong.
I think
It's-
the course is too big.
I think the courses are not thematic, and that's the problem. I think
Maybe.
these courses
Yeah.
should look like they should feel and look more like a mini golf course, and like we should be shrunken down. We should be
It
like
feels
micro
like
machines.
a Rocket League half pipe.
Yeah, it's too. I don't know, but I will say it was a lot more fun once I was clearly better at it, and then I was like, oh, I'm hitting the ball into these domes, and then it launches the ball, and then like I'm flying through the course like way faster. And I'm clearly like getting a lot better at this. So I don't know. There might be like a slight curve that once you kind of get the controls to click, but I also
Maybe.
don't know if this is something I'm gonna want to keep playing. I think the main thing will it be more fun when I'm playing with you guys? And that's the real question. Because right now I don't care about beating random people on the internet,
I agree.
you know, but it might be more fun when we play
But
together.
almost,
That's
but
that's
I mean
what I
by
want to see.
like what I also mean by the fact that I think the courses are too big is that like I can't really tell where people are, and there is a missile power up that you can shoot someone with a
power-ups
missile.
suck. The power ups
And
suck.
I feel like it doesn't really do anything anyway. And
Yeah.
I have no, it says I'm in third, but like I don't see anyone near me. It might be, and you can see where the other people's balls are, but you can't interact with them. I feel like it would be more fun if your ball could hit their ball. Maybe not necessarily your car could hit their ball, because then all you would do is just fuck with other people's balls. But if your ball could interact with it, maybe that would make it a little more fun. I don't know. It
If
just
balls
seemed
could
like,
touch,
yeah,
Then you can rub them together, fond them a little bit.
you can make one of those like Newton's cradle things where you
Cradles.
just
Perfect.
yeah,
That
clap
sounds
back and
painful.
forth. Has anyone ever done a human one?
Centipede
Human what?
Like a human Newton's cradle?
No, have you?
with people or with just balls?
Was this
Both.
on like Mythbusters or something?
I don't think this would make it to MythBusters.
Didn't they do something like this?
With
They did
humans'
They
balls?
did maybe they did a gigantic.
They did a
Newton's-
gigantic Newton's cradle. I don't remember what it was for. There was
testicles.
a gigantic Newton's cradle though. You are right about that, but I don't think they ever suspended humans from it like some fucking really twisted scene out of like Eternal Darkness. Nor do I think, as far as I'm aware, that there is some weird sex move called the Newton's cradle where I mean,
That
I don't
could
even
be.
know how you physically
mean-
make that work.
Why can't it be? I mean, I assume all it would be is two dudes would stand next to each other and one would hold their sack to one side, let it go, and hit the other person's sack. That's the whole move.
How are you making that happen?
I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what it would be.
Like you
How
need
is
like
that
a
possible? I
you
think you'd have
need
to cut them off.
No,
Yeah.
you would stand, I guess, facing each other.
No
'cause that way
way.
you would have to
I
do
see what
No,
you're
no.
saying. I
There's
see what
no-
you're saying. But
You'd have
that's
to get
not
very
what it's
skinny-
supposed
It's
to.
not great.
You'd have
Either
to get
way,
very
it seems like
skinny
it would just be
people too.
painful.
I
Or
think.
people with very long balls.
Wait,
Yeah.
old people. Old people.
Old
It would
dudes.
take a long time to cast this because you'd also have to make sure everyone's around the same height, or at least their groin level is.
No, you
right?
just get
Because for the-
boxes.
Oh, we could just do like apple boxes. Yeah, we could do some apple boxes, throw them under there. That's a good point. I mean, visually speaking, it would be better if you could get all, just stand on a flat floor. But I guess we could do boxes. That's interesting.
I don't like it.
All right, we won't do it. Forget
I
it.
don't
Scrap
like
it from the list. We won't
Scrap
do it.
Yeah, scrap it. I don't
We
like
won't. I was talking to Teresa the other day after the rehearsal, and I was like, it would be really funny to get 4 people to play us for an episode of the Unranked podcast and just like semi-script it. I think that would be fucking-
semi.
Why?
Yeah,
script
semi-scripted.
it? No, you don't script it. You send them to the Nathan Fielder School of Acting,
Yep.
and then they follow
Yep.
us around for like a week
Yep.
without telling us, and then they
Yep.
come on the podcast.
I don't
Do you
know how
ever
they
worry
would-
now, like if you meet a stranger, that it's someone's actually like
Someone's
studying
about
you?
Yeah.
Someone's studying.
I never leave the house, so I don't know how anybody would study me.
Windows.
Have you had to have someone come in the house yet, Alex? You got a birthday coming up. Maybe it's the tent delivery guy.
Shit.
Maybe
it
that's why the
was.
guy was so angry when you canceled your gutter thing.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare. I really don't even. I think I have PTSD from that shit.
What else? What are you doing, Dan? What's going on?
Let's see. What am I doing? Been watching
Besides
a lot of
jerking
TV and playing video games. I went to work yesterday for the first time in like a month. It feels like
Wow.
But you've been doing work.
Well, I was on vacation for a couple of weeks, and then
Right,
I had
that's true.
COVID, but I did work
Right.
during COVID because
Mhm.
I had to help out, so I did that remotely, and then like I was still checking my emails and stuff, but I went in yesterday physically for the first time in a while. So that was interesting.
Well done.
I mean, I showed my picture of my going A with the Fonz
Oh yeah.
to the guy who was he was like the one who was like, you have to go take that picture if you're going Milwaukee.
Mm,
So he was happy.
Did you do
Perfect.
anything notable during your vacation that you didn't talk? Well, no, that you already talked about that.
I already talked about it.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Chris, you haven't been on the podcast in a bit, so what's happened with you?
I was on the week before.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
just missed
but
last
but
week.
you don't usually miss weeks, so
Yeah.
what's been going on?
Um,
What happened? You're obvious. You
Oh,
didn't come on because
that's
your,
what it
your
was.
family was
My-
over.
That's right. So my brother. So originally, my brother and sister-in-law and their baby were going to come and stay with us for a few days, and they were going to go to Disney. That was like before I got the job at G4, and then because my show is on our show is on Thursdays, it's a live show, so like that didn't work. So then they ended up staying with her brother, who's actually closer anyway, because they were going to be at Disney most of the time. But then at the last minute, they were like, "Hey, you probably maybe want to see our new baby because I have a brand new nephew who was
Right.
born like a month and a half ago." So
Mhm.
they came Thursday. They basically they got here like half an hour before me or so, and then just stayed over and then left the next day. But just so I could see the baby, which was fun. You know, it was like, I will say,
You gotta see it.
it was less exciting than seeing the first baby.
Wow, because it's just routine now.
Did you
It's
tell
just
them
like,
that?
But it even felt like that, like
The
like
novelty's
they
gone.
didn't. Yeah, like they were just like, "Yep, here's the baby."
There's the
Anyway,
another
baby.
one.
because the other kid now is 2.5, and now she's
Mhm.
playing like a human, and it's like that was actually
Right.
way more interesting than the new baby.
Right. I'm interested to see how Britt and I handle baby number 2. There is no baby number 2 yet, but
Well,
Yeah.
if you get lucky, it could be number 2 and 3 at the same time.
I really
4.
fucking hope not.
My buddy had that happen. He has
Ugh.
twins now as number 2 and 3.
I don't even. I can barely handle my daughter right now. At
The
1
hell
year
was
old,
that?
1 year old, I can barely handle
What
her.
the fuck was that?
She's off the wall. Who knows what Chris is doing? Chris is watching some sort of like clapping, screaming porn.
Porn.
So
Well, wait, it's actually really funny that you got the clapping and screaming correct. It's not porn. Matt sent me a link, and I clicked on it, not realizing it was going to be like a video that played because he was finishing some stuff up at work. I came back because I didn't need to be at the office, and then it ended up being a meme about anime fans. Which then I realized, yes, my screen sharing is still on, which is why you heard it. Go back to what Alex was saying.
So I'm interested to see how we handle it because I feel like is it going to be just like fires are going off all the time, or is it going to just be like, yeah, all right,
Well, also, kid one's going to just start being at, daycare and school and things like
right,
that.
yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll see.
Not if you homeschool or her.
You hoping
Her,
for a
definitely. It's
bouncing
definitely
her.
baby
Her.
boy?
Definitely a her.
Number 2. Do you want another girl? You want a boy?
It doesn't
A
matter.
dragon?
A dragon, yes, please.
I haven't.
That needs to be a sound. I
the
feel
new
like that's
one.
a good sound.
What
Yeah,
Alex
that's
is saying? A
sound.
dragon? Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't watched the new thing. I know you guys did. I don't know. You might maybe want to just talk about that during the post show.
Maybe. I feel like I've talked
maybe.
enough about it already.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm talked out. I've talked with so
well,
many
that's
people
because
about
you
it.
were arguing with Tom.
Yeah,
too.
but also like I have other friends than you guys that were also talking to me about it. So I don't know. I'm kind of like all hot deed out.
Hot deed out. I haven't watched it. As far as I was aware, no one was watching it because I haven't had anyone fucking talk about this show.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It's what I enjoyed about Game of Thrones without the shitty ending so far. So
Yeah, I agree.
I watched so Therese went away over the weekend, which I realized is the first time I was ever at home at this house alone.
Oh.
Like that's I was like, oh, this has never happened before. She had to fly, which is now why I'm worried she might have COVID because she's very sick today. And that was 5-6 days ago. So that would be right on time. So hopefully not. But I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna fucking binge a bunch of TV because we have a lot of shows we watch together, and I'm very behind on all of them because of that. So I was like, I need something I can watch on my own. I found a TV show on Amazon Prime called The Outlaws.
I watched an episode of that because you sent that to the group. I didn't
First
realize they were
one's
hour
fine.
longs. I did not have
Yeah.
that in me when I turned it on. So it like dragged at the end. I was like, is it
The
over
first
yet?
one really kind of drags, to be honest. I almost didn't keep watching, and then I was like, I'll just keep it going. I don't have anything else to watch.
Same.
I ended up finishing it. First season's pretty good. Second season was great. Second season's great, and I think it's because it's a big ensemble. Like it's like there's like you got to learn like 8 new characters. You know, it's like so it's
Yeah,
like
but
I gotta get to know
They
all these
are at
fucking
least-
people.
They all stand out as their own thing.
Yes.
Because they've made it clearly obvious that people are just types.
They just didn't make them. I think actually the thing was they didn't really make. Some of them just felt unlikable for maybe a couple too many episodes. Like they didn't make you
Okay.
actually like everyone necessarily until maybe like the 3rd episode or so. So in the first 2, I was kind of like, I don't know. But it was written by Stephen Merchant. So it's kind of like,
Yeah,
all
he's
right,
in it,
Christopher Walken's in it. He's fucking great. So it's like, there's enough here for me to
I'm
keep
wondering
watching.
how he ended up in that show, by the way. Like
No fucking idea.
it doesn't make any sense.
No idea. He's great in it though. I mean, I think he's probably my favorite character in it. He's very good.
The funny thing is he plays a character that was in prison for forging checks, which is funny because he played in Catch Me If You Can, Leo DiCaprio's dad in the movie, where
Oh
Leo
my God, I
DiCaprio
haven't seen that
traveling around
movie
being
since
the
that
most
like
famous
came out.
check forger of all time.
Oh yeah.
I,
Frank Abagnale.
Dan's IMDb brain at it once again.
I was watching it and I was literally that was my thought the first second they said that. I was like, that's crazy they did that. It probably did it on purpose.
I don't know if you can read this. Well, it's hard to do because of the mirroring. You see this book right above my finger? I don't know if you can read this.
100 movies or something.
1,001 movies to see before you die. So when T and I went to Palm Springs, they had a copy of this, although it was like 10 years old. So it was missing a bunch of the more recent years in it, which I looked it up and there's been like a changeover of like 98 movies. So like since the last version of the book came out, 98 movies came in, which means 98 movies went out. And I'm like, oh,
really?
What are the 98 new movies that were so good that came out in the last decade to push out 98 old movies? I want to see a breakdown of that spreadsheet. Like I want to know what wasn't good enough. I'm very curious about that.
Sure.
I mean, obviously Fast and Furious 9, Fast and Furious 8, Hobbs and Shaw. Just start going down that list. That's
I mean, you're spot on. Spot on.
Yeah. So it's I started looking through it. I was shocked by how many movies
now,
I had seen in the black and white
movies
era.
or just movies that everyone should see because they're such big parts like pop culture.
It's a combination of both. Pop culture
Avatar.
seems a lot less important until maybe the last couple decades. And then it was, it's also a lot of like, this movie is really important because it's the first one that has sound. It's like, this is the first one that like has, like people are speaking. This one broke through in color. This was like the first like super wide. So there's some of that. Like,
I mean,
obviously
spare
in
me
the
on
early
those. I
era.
don't care. Honestly, I don't care.
Spare me.
If it's a
Well,
good
sure.
movie, fine. If it's just because it was the first one to have sound or whatever, like fuck that, I don't care.
But keep in mind, a lot of those older movies are very short. So it is like kind of interesting to watch how they did those things without,
I mean, I've
those
seen
tools.
ones. I
They're-
don't care if it's the first one. They're all kind of similar.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it is like the collection of the best first versions of they. When I thumbed through it, I was shocked by how many I knew, like especially of like the black and white era, which is actually like a couple decades, because it is chronological, the book.
Yeah, I'm trying to
So
think of like ones that would definitely be on the list, and I don't know why I'm thinking of that. Like, I'm not going to name all fucking 1001 movies. That's not happening.
yeah,
Wait, so then what's the most recent movie on the list?
I can look. Hold on a second.
Where does the book end?
I'm in my underwear, so I'm just gonna turn my camera to the
Well,
side.
wow.
That doesn't wear pants on stream.
Oh, it's fucking 93 degrees here today. I have the AC on, but it's too hot. I got my office MeUndies on. All right. So what was the question, Alex? What is the last new movie?
Like the
Yep.
latest.
Yep.
So I think this ends in maybe like 2019. 2020 is the last.
I'm so bad with years and what came out in what year.
Oh shit. This is okay. So I mean, I knew I got the newest one. I guess they might update it every year. So 2021 are the last years.
I want to be on this committee. We need to vote some off because new ones need to
have
come on.
Chloe Zhao's Nomadland is the last movie to be added.
Okay. I mean, I didn't even see that one. I heard it was good. I know what it's about.
I have seen way more movies than I thought I did as I went through
so
this.
many fucking movies. It's bad.
I think Teresa and I we've decided we're gonna watch every single one of these movies.
I hated No Man's Land.
I never saw it.
It was terrible.
Nomadland?
Nomadland.
Nomadland, whatever. But it was boring as fuck.
That's what I kind of heard.
It might be.
That's why I didn't watch it.
It might be. I'm telling you.
I heard it was good,
I'm telling
but
you, it
kind of
is.
boring. And I was like, yeah.
I know, but I might like it because I like stupid artsy shit, Alex.
It's not even that artsy.
It's not okay.
It's not that artsy.
I thought people loved the cinematography in that movie.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
It's cinema tuna.
It's not that good.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't. I can't.
It's
say.
not all that in a bag of chips.
Well, it being last doesn't mean it's the best movie. It just means
it's
it's
just
the
latest.
most. It's just the last one that's on the list.
I get it. I get it. I got it.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch we're gonna watch all of them.
It
That's
doesn't even mean
the
it's
plan.
top 1,000. It could be number 1,001 exactly.
That's true. It could. Here, I'll give you the first movie too. This is funny because this is thematically very similar.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to guess.
Playing today,
I'm going to guess what the first movie
What, like
is.
Birth of a Nation?
No, the first movie is going to be a French movie. It's going to be French.
No, it's going to be French. Probably like a Nickelodeon or something.
Nope. It's going to be French, and it is going to be like the train or something like that.
First of all, I think they're mostly going to be silent first movies.
Yeah.
So they won't really have a language depending.
I
where
mean,
you
no.
watch
So
it,
you make a very good guess by saying French, but that's because a lot of the early black and white stuff was French. I thought you were going to guess maybe like Battleship Potemkin because
no, that was
also...
I think that was later than what I'm thinking of.
So it is a French movie. It's not The Great Train Robbery.
Suck it.
It's not that. That's the second
I know, but
one.
it was French, so suck it.
The Great Train Robbery is not French.
What makes a movie French if it has no words?
La Voyage dans la Lune. It's the Man on the Moon one. It's this one.
Oh, okay.
If you ever saw Hugo, it's heavily
and
featured
I was
in the
not
movie
talking
Hugo.
about the Great Train Robbery. What I was talking about was just a train that was coming to, like a train pulling into a
I
station.
don't know if that counts
that's
as a
because
movie.
that's
I think
what
that's just like a visual.
It is. Yes, it's
Yeah, but
like
it
just
would
like
still
one of the
be-
first.
It was one of the first things, and that I'm still sticking. So you know what? Still suck it because I got French right. So
Yeah, no, I'm giving it to you, but
I feel like a French snob. I feel like
does
a French
only have
snob.
movies.
You look like a French snob.
Yeah. Let me.
Go smoke your cigarettes.
Yeah, my thin, very thin cigarettes, and
You gotta work on that. You gotta work on that mustache though. It's gotta.
I
be
wear.
thin.
Yeah, you're right. I wear driving gloves when I drive my car.
You use the glove compartment for gloves. Crazy
Exactly.
bastard.
Yeah, I put my my driving gloves in there. All right, Chris, we don't have all day. We're not going through.
I was going to ask you another
100,001.
question for fun, but forget it.
What do you think?
No. Now I want.
473
No. You started. Now let's finish.
Okay, can you guess what year the first color movie in here is?
1932.
I'm gonna go with 1937.
Is it not the Wizard of Oz? I thought Wizard of Oz was the first.
I thought that
color
was later. I
film.
thought that was 39 for some reason.
I think you are correct, but because Chris
I
wanted
think
to
The
ask,
Wizard of Oz is the first movie that's entirely in color.
but it's not
it's not.
entirely in color.
Well, okay, sorry, but yeah, sorry, yes.
Only the Oz parts.
And I think the first talkie is the jazz singer,
Probably.
if I'm remembering that correctly.
You
I
are
think it's
probably
the
remember
jazz
that
singer.
correctly.
Are you going to tell us what the first color? What's going on here?
All right, forget it.
It's a big book.
Well,
Forget it.
Here's what I'll say: is it seemed like it would be a very easy thing to find, but they actually have a lot of color images for some of the black and white movies. So it's too muddy waters of a question. Sorry.
First, I'm going to Google it. Let's see what Google says. First color movie. It's not what you think it was. The first commercially produced film in natural color was A Visit to the Seaside, 1908.
I will say the question that we were answering.
1908.
Though,
That's
the first
earlier
movie.
than the first movie on here.
We're not saying what was the first movie. We're asking in the book what the first color movie was.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
that's Alex. That's what Alex wanted to know. The oldest movie in here is the year 1902.
Okay.
That's crazy.
The first.
It was.
This has
8-minute short film.
120 years of film in one book.
Tom would probably.
Tom would be wetting himself.
Yeah, I know. The first feature-length non-documentary film was The World, the Flesh, and the Devil, produced in 1914.
Just in general or color?
The feature-length drama film is now considered a lost film, but it was the first feature-length film to use this kinemacolor process. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh no, Chris! So many early filmmakers and innovators employed the use of stenciling. The movie Trip to the Moon, 1902, required an entire assembly line of workers to color every frame. Just take a look at the footage of the film, and you can see how laborious the task was. Oh, can't play it on YouTube.
It doesn't matter. We can't see it.
Wait, so it says A Trip to the Moon, 1902, is the first color film. The fuck is going on here?
But it's not film. So here's the thing, though. That's not filmed in color.
Filmed
That's
in color. It's
yeah, they're
different
doing
than
that in
coloring
post.
the fucking
That's
film.
exactly.
Right,
Yeah,
you're right.
That's
That is
very
in
different.
post.
Yeah,
You're
that's
correct.
very different. Also, never looks great.
So then it seems like it was speaking of movies.
Yeah.
I watched. I sent this to the group. I got no love, but that's okay because we'll talk about it now. I watched Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't love it. That's number one. Number two, I thought the CGI with the octopus dude in the beginning was bad. Like I thought it was really bad. Like I
thought
did
it
not.
was fine.
Yeah,
I thought
the whole movie. I
thought it
went
was
in that category.
like,
For me.
okay,
Like,
look,
fine.
most of the CG in these movies and most CG in most movies today is pretty seamless to me. The fact that I was like thinking to myself, it looks not great. I don't know. I don't know if it was the shading or the lighting.
This is just a thing that's happening with them right now because they're producing so much content in such a short time frame. It's actually a really big discussion online. Marvel's getting a lot of bad press about sort of like overworking their visual effects artists and like last minute making them do like way too much shit and like it's just a thing that's happening because they're making too many things in too short amount of time. That's that's honestly what that is.
So it didn't look great. And the other thing that annoyed me was most of the physical acting, not like the delivery of lines, but like the reactions to things and getting, like reacting to things that weren't there was, I thought, really noticeable and bad. Like I thought I just did like if you go, I'm gonna tell go watch this movie again if you can't remember.
Is this with
I
newer
did. I saw it
characters
again.
more
I
than
like
the
it a
old-
lot.
Is this with
I did
newer
not like it.
characters?
I know.
What?
That's why I didn't reply because
Were you
I didn't
noticing
want to
this
get
with,
into
like-
a whole back and forth about it.
with like Cumberbatch or like with like minor characters?
With the more minor character, like
Here's my
more
thing with
minor.
that. I feel like once you make a cinematic universe big enough, you start running out of the best actors to play the little parts.
It just
You're also
was-
throwing
I
in
just
people
didn't
that are
it.
like just introduced for the first time, and there's so much CG happen. Like there's just so many ways that
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
like the quality is just it's bound to go down after.
I think that's sort of how I feel about it, Alex. Is like I don't disagree with you. I think I'm a little bit more optimistic about it, and I think forgiving with it, because at the same time, like,
Look, don't get me wrong.
what we got is such
Wong-
a like visual feast, even though it wasn't
Sure.
like incredible. It's
Sure.
like
Okay,
it's
look,
insane we're getting it.
both Benedicts were great, right?
Both Benedicts were great.
Both Benedicts were fantastic, as per usual.
What, the Pope and Cumberbatch?
Wong.
Wong and Olsen was also fantastic. She's great. Like, I love her.
She's great.
So that was fantastic, right? Like, they're great. The story for me, and like, I was just like, all right. Like, it just was okay. Like, I feel like, and the whole thing now with like She-Hulk and everything else, I feel like we are so super saturated with.
Well, but it's basically a reset. Like, this is like we're back at
Yeah.
like phase 1, right? We're
Yeah, I
table
know.
setting. Everyone wants the meal, but you can't have the meal. You got to put out the plates and the spoons, and you gotta do appetizers.
get it.
Does it have
There's
to
a lot
be a
of work
40
that has to
course
happen.
meal?
I get it, but does it have? I'm with Dan.
Yeah, but
I'm
it
with
does
Dan.
because
You know what,
basically,
Francis, I do enjoy all the little shit, so I'm not really complaining.
yeah,
In the analogy, I don't love that.
In all honesty, I've actually liked every Disney Plus Marvel show, so I really can't complain because I also
like
do
every
like it.
one of
but
them?
none of
I
it's
did.
blowing us away is the thing, because
not
we're
getting
so
away,
man.
we're so spoiled by it in a way.
I
Yeah.
also feel like I'm getting Marvel like fatigue.
I
Almost,
mean,
where
I
it's
feel like
like
I've had that for like
it's
2
just
years.
so
or 3
much.
years now.
I know, but it's like I feel like, oh my god, another fucking Marvel show. All right, now I gotta watch this show, but hold on, I gotta watch the Marvel, the Madness, and then.
For me, new content's just great because I run out of shit so quickly. So like, I'm fucking happy.
that's
that
you.
there's
I
more
feel like
shit.
I'm at a point
Most
where
people, I
like,
get it. Yeah. For me, I'm like, good. I could watch that at 3 a.m. when it's released.
It's I think it's a combination. Like, I understand why you feel that way, Alex, as someone who has not been able to keep up with stuff now, because like if Teresa didn't watch these things, I'd have no problem keeping up. But because we watch a lot of the same things, we don't have enough time at the same time to watch everything. So I've been chronically behind now for a little while on shows, which I never used to be, and I hate that. But at the same time, I know like when the time comes to catch up on stuff, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I have like a whole show to watch, or like I have a movie out now. I don't know. I understand what you're saying, is I guess what I would say. I don't feel that way now, but I have felt that way before. But I also know like at some point there's going to be like 6 months where there's fuck all coming out, and I'm like, oh, thank God I have some Marvel stuff that I haven't watched yet, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. Especially, I don't know what this Daredevil thing is, but why they greenlit an 18 episode season of Daredevil? It seems fucking nuts.
who
That's as many episodes as like every MCU Disney
That's
Plus
like
show that came
like an
out
early
this year.
2000s sitcom.
That's literally, I think, like the same episode count as like Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight put together. Like, I
Are they
don't
at
know
least,
how
like,
that happened.
5-minute episodes.
I have no idea. I think there's positioning Daredevil to be sort of like a very big character.
Can we just make sure it's the Ben Affleck one that sucked?
No, it's the same guy from Netflix.
I know.
I haven't seen the new She-Hulk. I think it came out yesterday. I think it's.
I
on
watched
Wednesday.
It's been out for a bit.
I mean,
okay.
it's been out for a bit. It's been out since yesterday, the second episode.
No, not yesterday. It's been out for like a couple days.
It comes out. Well, no, it came out actually last night. It comes out Thursdays. There's 2 episodes.
Yeah, 2 episodes.
Yes, the second one.
I said
came
I
out
haven't seen
less
the
than
newest
24
one.
hours ago.
Oh,
I mean,
I thought you just haven't seen it at all. All right,
Yeah.
never mind.
I haven't seen the newest one, but I'm very happy with the fact that they're thematically, it reminds me of WandaVision in that like it's funny and it is very different. It's not literally just a She-Hulk. It is like a very, very, very different thing. I thought all the stuff in the first episode with her and Hulk was great. I like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. He's great.
The only one of these things that I haven't really liked was Falcon Winter Soldier was kind of shitty. But
yeah,
besides that, everything else has been at least like something different.
I just thought Falcon Winter Soldier was like surprisingly boring.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean
it
that show got the most
could tell
fucked
what
by the
happened with
pandemic
everything.
because the original plot line was the terrorists were gonna unleash a virus to kill half the planet, and COVID came out, and they had to change the entire story.
Right.
That reminds me, I've seen this brought up a bunch of times, and it's sort of related, but not really. Like, there's a few movies that, like, I remember, like, Gangs in New York was supposed to come out before, like, around the same time as 9/11 happened, and they had to delay it like 9 months because it had the Twin Towers at the end, and they were like, "Oh, we have to wait till it's okay to show them again." But like, apparently back in that same realm of things, in the Muppets universe, I learned recently through TikTok, Kermit is what caused 9/11. It's canon in the Muppets universe because in I think it's like the Muppet Christmas
I'll let
movie,
him go
whatever it's
on.
called, right? He gets to see what life would be like if he personally never existed, and in that universe, the Twin Towers are still there. And this movie came out in 2002. In his universe, they are not there. So it's just him. That's all that's been taken out of the universe. So Kermit caused 9/11. It's canon.
That's the butterfly effect. It's the frog effect. It's time to rename it to the Kermit effect. I think that's actually very good. That's very good.
I think it's a Muppet Christmas Carol is the name of the movie.
I love that movie. I think that's the best Muppet production.
It's a Merry Muppet Christmas movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean, I honestly
that makes
haven't
more
seen
sense.
it, but
I didn't
learned about this,
understand
and I
why.
was like, oh my god,
Dickens would have, but I was like, all right, maybe Christmas Future or
I don't know.
something.
They probably did a bunch of Christmas things.
Ghost of Christmas Future. You're no longer in like old timey England. You're in the United States in the future. You're gonna live 150 years, Kermit. Oh, that's a weird one. That's a good one, Dan. You guys want to talk about a little bit of video game news?
Sure.
I guess.
Sure.
I mean, do you
know.
not want me to go and read headlines?
Oh, is it okay? This is a
what did you call it last week?
No,
you did something shitty last week. What we call it?
I
oh
think
yeah,
it was
Nikki's tidbits.
Nikki's tidbits.
Right, Nikki's tidbits. Yeah, that's it.
It's where
Do
you
it.
literally just read headlines. With
Tidbit
no
me.
insight.
Tidbit you? Oh god, the pressure.
Do we have anyone
just
watching
Google
right now?
news
Do you know if
again.
the sound and everything's working?
You talking to me?
I was talking to Dan. Well,
I mean, I know it's working on the stream.
Oh, okay.
I asked earlier.
I was
They said
saying
yes.
Anyone there? We got any comments?
I mean, yes, but I mean, we have comments like from a while ago. Like Wolf said, his favorite black and white film is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Oh,
yeah.
I wonder if that's in
1920
here.
silent German film.
I watched that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch all these. It's gonna be sick.
So, okay, news on Tom's website is Godzilla versus Kong sequel gets first plot and casting details.
That's a good tidbit.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. This
What?
isn't. I forgot what this. I thought this was random news things.
Oh no, this is just Tuna reads
Oh,
headlines.
all right, I could do.
Oh,
I
okay.
could
choose
do
whatever. It
random
doesn't
news.
matter.
Well, because we do have like real gaming news too.
I know.
All right, go ahead.
No. Read your things. Let's
No,
hear your
I'm off the
headlines.
no, because I'm off the
He
website.
X'd out
now.
already.
I'm out. Oh.
It's a stupid segment that should die. In all fairness,
It's
All right.
I don't know what you want from me. My neighbor runs an Airbnb, but I'm sick of strangers peering into my kitchen.
That's actually really funny. That's really funny. So Gamescom was this week.
Mhm.
Gamescom
People
has
left
happened.
gobsmacked after realizing the national animal of Scotland is not real.
What is the national?
Nope. That's where it ends. We
oh
don't.
yeah, we don't get to learn anything.
you don't.
We just
read
get to
on.
hear headlines.
Yeah. People shocked to learn what Macarena lyrics mean, and it's not child friendly.
It's just clickbait. This all is clickbait.
My husband won't leave me alone when I'm in the shower. I just want some privacy.
Oh, boy. Was that Brittany? All right. Everything announced at opening games live from Gamescom. So there were a lot of games that were announced. There were a lot of things that were shown. Dune: The Awakening was shown off. It's like an open world Dune MMO. Did you ever see Dune? You ever watch that?
Yes.
You like
I
it?
liked it.
I only saw the original.
You should watch the new one.
I still haven't
It's
seen
pretty
the
dope.
new one.
It's
I
pretty
could.
awesome. It's very good.
It's such a time commitment.
Is it? Is it like 3 hours?
It is. It's a 3-hour movie. But it's
Yeah.
also like watching 3 episodes of an hour TV show.
But here's my problem with that. When I'm watching TV at night, I am generally just getting high, and it's not going to last for 3 hours. I'd have to get high twice, and that just seems like a big commitment to make.
I mean, if you get high enough, you could it'll last 3 hours.
I have to get so stoned I can't think of what I'm gonna do next, and then try to remember to watch Dune.
We got to do. Of course. I mean, either way, Alex is probably not partaking unless he, obviously he's not partaking ever in the cannabis, but
Right.
the alcohol is not happening unless
What
we
about
go
like laughing
somewhere
gas?
anyway.
We get you some like nitrous oxide.
But we
no,
should. Dan,
we're getting to a time where like the number of naps is decreasing and the amount of like
Weed products is increasing.
No, he's talking about drinking. I'm just thinking like if tuna can't do power hours, we
No,
may
I
as
think
well
I will.
do a
I think
stoner power hour.
right.
Well, what's that like? What are we just fucking smoking every minute for an hour?
Yeah, we just
Gotcha.
take a hit.
That's-
Take a
that's
hit every
crazy.
minute.
That is a waste. That's what that is.
Oh, that would be insane. Oh, that would be great, Tuna, if you would be able to join in on a drinking.
Well, I say that now. Wait until I
Have a third.
Mm.
Let's see. Callisto Protocol still coming this year. Genshin Impact. Blah blah blah. All right, this is a game I actually thought was dope. It was called Friends versus Friends. Did any of you play the Neon White game that Tom told you about?
I watched people play it, but I did not play it.
Okay.
Like I
Well,
watched
Neon
someone
White,
stream it. I'm familiar.
It is a card-based first-person shooter. This has that very like cell shaded look to it, which is very cool. And it is a card-based first-person shooter, but it's a multiplayer game. So we would be playing against each other in an FPS. It's like cell shaded, very cartoony looking, but it's a card-based FPS. So like you have your deck and like whatever card you have pulled up when you're, firing, it gives you like different abilities. So it's, maybe a rapid fire shot, maybe a different type of weapon, maybe a different effect. I don't know the ins and outs of each one, but it's like a fun, cool mix on FPS and first person shooter. It looks visually like it feels like a very like 90s influence thing. I feel like we're starting to see it now with everything. Just TV, movies, and games are going to start to we're like finally getting out of the last decade of like 80s influence, and all the 90s influence stuff is about to be in. And I'm kind of pumped about that, to be honest, because like these look sort of like modern Nicktoon characters in a way. Like something out of like Rocket Power, maybe.
Rocket Power. Dun 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 dun.
Let's see. Gotham Knights still coming out this year. Very excited for that. Park Beyond Tuna. You should look at this. Park Beyond. Yeah.
It's called Park Beyond Tuna, or you're just saying Park
it's just
Beyond.
Park Beyond.
Okay.
And then your
it's
name.
it's a game specifically made for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's just a new roller coaster tycoon-esque game.
Tuna can't play roller coaster tycoon type stuff anymore.
Why?
He can't. He just doesn't have the time.
Don't have the time. Park Beyond.
He said this the other day. We're playing Fall Guys. He goes, so like my roller coaster game, like I just don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah.
New news from Danny Pena at G4. He just posted this in our Slack. I'm seeing this. Twitter podcasts are coming to Twitter, where you'll be able to listen to podcasts fucking right on Twitter.
What?
So I'm going to figure out how to host the Unranked podcast on Twitter, because that seems like a thing to do.
I think that is a terrible idea, not because of us. We have nothing to do with that. I just think it's going to be terrible for everyone that will want to, and how many.
But they have the spaces thing already, so it's got to be something like that, right?
That by like 90. It's going to be terrible.
What spaces? What are you talking about?
It's just like rooms where you can talk, and
where
there's like
like-minded
public
people
ones
can
and
get
private
together
ones.
and echo ideas off of each other.
Do you remember when what was it? What was that? Clubhouse? It was like early pandemic.
Yeah, Clubhouse was. I remember
Twitter
getting
Spaces
invites
is
that
like
they're
Clubhouse.
They're like, not everyone gets an invite, but I'm going to send
Yeah.
you my invite.
Well,
And then, I'm in there, and I'm like, oh, this kind of sucks. I went over to your room. I was like, this is.
I sent Anthony, your friend, an invite, and he was so jazzed. I knew he would be pumped about it.
I remember I was friends with Jackie on there, and she had found a few weird
Alex's old
rooms that
girlfriend
were kind of
from
fun.
like
no, like the podcast
from like high
who
school.
we met. But she invited me like a few rooms. I was like, okay, and then it just kind of like died. I was like, I wasn't going on it. I guess she stopped going on it, and that was it.
There you go. It's gone. It's dead. Well, you can return to Monkey Island on September 19th. Alex, you must be excited for that.
Crazy. Can't believe Monkey Island is making a comeback.
And
comeback.
well, it's a sequel too, which is great. I'm very excited for it. I'm gonna play the hell out of that game. This
What
game.
do you mean to see? I don't even remember what happened in the original games though.
There's an island monkey.
All right. Well, maybe there'll be like a preamble that'll explain it, or you can play the original again and then play this one.
Or they can remake the original with slightly better graphics and sell it again.
I think they did that.
They could do it another time.
Do you guys ever see Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No.
Don't know. It definitely sounds very familiar.
It's a
I'm not sure
movie.
if I did. I know,
Is
but
it?
I don't know if I saw it.
It
I might
is from
But I don't remember any
1988.
of it, so who cares?
It was
don't
a
remember
video
a single
game
thing from
once in 1989 for the NES, but now they're making like a real fucking game for it today.
That was a
And
real game,
honestly,
man.
I think this game might have been one of the most exciting looking games for a lot of people. I remember during like that night, everyone was like, that announcement, like that show was all right. Killer Clowns look fucking sweet though. I think it does look pretty dope.
Never even heard Killer Clowns
From
Yeah,
outer
Killer
space.
Clowns from outer space.
from outer space. Yeah, no.
Because you're gonna want to pay attention to this, Suna, and look at some of these games and things that were announced.
I'm looking at it.
'cause
Oh, you mean
need
in
to
real?
fill
You
out
mean
your
like?
fantasy.
Oh my god! I thought. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh no, you
thought
may
I
have.
put
You may
in-
have. I haven't checked it this week. If
No,
you
I
just
didn't put
did something
anything in this
recently,
week. I thought I did it the other week. I put in like 7 games or something.
all right. Let's take a look. Let's
but this
check
was
out the
weeks
fantasy
ago.
league.
I don't know.
I got fucked recently on here. I meant to drop Saints Row. I did not, and I lost some points this week because of it.
I was
I
looking
also
at,
only lost a few
so
points on my
Madden
counter
came
pick.
out and got like a meh review, but the score, there was one guy who gave it a 3 out of 10 that dragged the score down pretty far. And I looked at his reviews. And this guy's from Shaq News, and he has only reviewed like 9 games ever. The last time he reviewed a Madden game was 2016. He gave it like a 5 out of 10. I was like, who the fuck is this rando who just hates Madden? Like every other game is like Bug Snacks 9 out of 10. Like he loves all these other types of games. Why is he throwing a sports game at him? This guy hates sports.
I don't
He
know. I
could,
think
it
that's
could just
pretty
be
funny,
a
though.
sports hater.
I lost 4 points on Saints Row. It's got a 66. I really wish I had dropped it when I thought I did. I also lost. I'm gonna lose like 5 points on my counter pick on Soul Hackers because it's got a 75, which isn't really that bad because so far most counter picks people have lost points on or will lose points on. So that's,
Listen, how many? Go to
that's
my
not
game.
bad.
Go. How many games do I need?
you got
I-
a full. You're full. You're stacked now.
Oh,
You
good.
have a
All right.
full alignment
So
of games.
everyone just
allotment
fuck,
of games.
like
I'm kidding. You have 3 open spaces,
what?
Really?
and you have to drop Breath of the Wild.
Or
Me.
you can hold on to
Yes.
it. You could hold
Yes.
on to it.
Maybe you just didn't hit. Maybe there was like a submit button. Or
Oh,
something
you
you
did
didn't
the
hit.
submit button. That'd be amazing.
Or maybe
I thought
you.
what the fuck, man?
Maybe you like added to your watch list, or like you hit the wrong. I don't know.
What website is this again?
Fantasycritic.games. Fantasycritic.games.
Fantasy.
So you currently need 4 games because you got to drop Zelda and then pick up 3. But good news, there's a bunch of games coming out that were just announced or haven't been picked up yet.
Fantasycritic.games. All right. Here
While
I
you're
am.
looking at that, I'm just going to mention the last 2 things that I think are important. Sony is officially making their own like elite controller. It's called the DualSense Edge. It's got the back paddles. It's got the different triggers and all that nonsense, but it still has the shitty stick placement. So I'm never going to buy it. But for people that do like the PlayStation controller, good news.
But you could take out the sticks.
Oh,
But you
just
can't
have no
swap them
sticks.
with the.
You could just have no sticks.
I may as well have no sticks on that fucking thing.
You think Sonic Frontiers is going to be good?
I think that game is going to be real trash.
I agree.
I think there was a preview about a month ago, and
Better-
everyone's like,
Better or
"This
worse
game
than
is
Sonic 06?
not good."
You think it's better or worse than Sonic 06?
Better,
Less
but Sonic
cutscenes?
06 is considered like the worst
I know.
Sonic game.
It
So
is terrible.
What about
That's a
Among
pretty-
Us? Among Us VR.
Among Us VR might be cool. That might be cool.
Cool
What were we just
idea, I
talking about?
guess.
Killer Clown. You think Killer Clown's gonna be, or does someone have that?
No one currently has it 'cause it was just announced. I don't know if that comes out this year though. It's you'd have to watch the.
How do I even
Uh,
drop a fucking game?
There's a thing on the left hand side that says like drop a game. There's a game that came out at the beginning of the pandemic that I was pumped for, but then it only had local online. Do you guys remember I was like, oh, there's a game called Moving Out coming out, and it was like overcooked,
man, I
but you
saw
have
people
to.
play it.
And it was a lot of fun, but it wasn't online. Well, Moving Out 2 is coming early next year, and it has online, and I'm very excited because we're gonna have to play it. It's such a fun concept where you have to sometimes like you go into a house and you have to pack the truck with all the house's shit, and then you have to like go to the house and unpack. Like it's very fun because you're like throwing shit out the window. You don't want to like necessarily break everything. There's like a time limit. It's good physics, stupid fun. So yeah, I think that's it for news. We'll move on.
What
from
about
that.
I completely don't even care about this, but it's something I saw. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming to Knockout City.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty pumped about that. That comes on the 30th. I'm gonna play that for sure. I think that's pretty cool.
I don't really. I wish instead of balls they were pizzas. I think.
Yeah.
Also, or pizza boxes,
something like that. Just like something a little different. That's not just the game with a different avatar. Like make the game fucking weird.
Okay.
So there is one really weird thing about that was actually this wasn't from Gamescom that we just found. Like this was a new thing. High on Life is a game that's coming out from Justin Roiland. He's the guy that does Rick and Morty. It's a first-person shooter. It looks really fucking cool. I actually really want to play this game.
Is that the one where like all the guns talk and stuff?
I don't know if all of them do, but there was one in the trailer. Here's the wild thing. In this game, there's like a TV you can go watch, right? Like, you can go watch like on a TV, like on Grand Theft Auto, they've had like TVs and radio stations and shit. They paid for 4 full-length movies and licensed them that you can watch in this video game. And there are 20 animated shorts as well that you can watch in this game. I think that is pretty fucking wild. It sounds like there's also a kind of like MSTK 3000 kind of thing going on with the movies. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think they even listed like some of the movies on the first article I've read it, but I'm not seeing them here. Otherwise, I would just tell you what they are. But they seem like very silly, dumb movies that they licensed. I don't know. It's such a. Oh, here we go. One of the 4 feature-length films is called Tammy and the T-Rex. This is so funny because this came up today at work. Tammy and the T-Rex. It's a sci-fi comedy that starred Paul Walker and Denise Richards, where Paul Walker dies, and they put his brain into a T-Rex.
That's not real.
But the T-Rex is still like really into Denise Richards because Paul like
what?
It's a wild fucking movie, boys. And I think there's
What year
probably
did
no
this
better
come out?
venue to watch this than Within the TV and High in Life. 1994.
Okay,
That's weird. That's a weird move.
that's a weird time for Paul Walker to be in. I'm trying to imagine Paul Walker in '94, like knowing who the fuck he was till
Yeah,
'99.
he's just a little baby.
But Denise Richards was probably
Mhm.
like also pretty young then too, because that
Mhm.
was around the same time Starship Troopers came out. Maybe a couple years.
And that's a fucking great movie. Oh wait, not Starship Troopers. What's the one with What's the one I'm thinking of, Alex? The knockoff Star Trek.
Star Wars.
You're thinking Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest. Galaxy
she's
Quest
not
is
in
such
that.
a good
It
movie.
was
She's
so
not in that
good.
movie.
That's a great movie. Something's going on with my mic. It keeps the gain keeps changing on it. Okay.
Serial cleaners. You think that's gonna be good?
Maybe. You should wait until after this podcast recording.
No.
All right.
No.
I was gonna send you a link.
No. Fuck it. No, I don't
All
want
right.
any. I don't want any help because I'm already like.
I'm not going to give you help. You got it. Mission accomplished. Email at unrankedpodcast.com. We got some emails. Oh, you know what? We got a voicemail this week. We did. We
It wasn't
got
me
a
this time either.
voicemail this week. So let's kick off with that. Let's go to
Hey, Unranked crew, this is Kill Care Bears in Discord. I just wanted to call and say that after listening to episode 337, Tom has officially moved to the bottom of my ranking list. I can't believe him. He is the worst. And I hope he feels bad about it. But other than that, suck it, it's Unranked.
Now, here's what I'm puzzled by.
Wow.
What is he referencing?
The
with
fact that
Tom?
Tom didn't fucking wish Dan a happy fucking birthday.
Okay, that's right. Because I was like,
He
Dan,
still,
he wasn't even on the
hasn't.
episode.
Still has not.
Ugh, which means he did not listen to the episode.
He didn't listen
No,
to the
there's
episode.
no way he
and
fucking
didn't read
listened
any
to
of
the
chat.
episode.
So
I gotta say, I listened to the episode. He's traveling a lot. He had plenty of time. Pop it on.
Not only did he have plenty of time, but first of all, the birthday was said in. I sent then you responded in the group. He had ample time, and then it was in the Discord. Like he could, give me a break. And then also the other thing that I think is egregious, right? And we said this last week, and I really do think this is egregious.
Yeah.
You do not take a picture of the moon during the day in the sky and post it on your Instagram story as if no one can see the same. I think that might be the worst Instagram story ever posted.
Oh, because we were talking about also how he'll ignore everything we're saying in the chat, but at the same time
He'll be
like,
tweeting.
He'll post a dumb Instagram of like him at a Wawa, like shit like that.
Right. Like completely ignoring everything we're doing, but then
Here's my
also
question.
fucking on Instagram.
It wasn't a good picture then of the moon.
It was
Dude,
time.
There was
I
nothing
can't
special,
tell you
right?
this. There was nothing special about it.
Okay.
Literally, I
Because
said this.
I could see like, oh,
What?
the sky looks really cool. The moon's right there. Like, and then you take the picture. But
Dude,
you're saying this was a bog
it
standard moon,
was,
bog standard sky.
it was the blue sky, maybe a cloud, and the moon, right? That took up maybe 10.
Was it like a tiny moon?
Tiny moon. Okay. I said this to Dan last week. I go out and get the garbage pail on the, whatever. I take my daughter out to go get it because she likes to go outside. I looked up my view. What I saw, right, is what was on his story. Like, that is the most pointless. It is literally something that everyone in the area sees. It is so stupid. It is so stupid.
But that's still true even if it's a good moon and a good sky. Right? But at least then it's worth looking at. You're like, yeah, that was a good picture.
I don't need Tom to show me.
Okay.
I can see it myself. The only people who maybe can't see it are people in fucking prison.
Or what if you're trapped in like a coma in a hospital?
Then how are you
can't get out of the bed?
Seeing it either way.
All right,
But
fine.
how are you seeing it?
You're in a
fucking
hospital,
coma.
but you're
I thought
you're
of blind people
bed-stricken.
first. I was like,
You're
no, that
bed
doesn't work.
stricken in the
You're bed
hospital.
stricken. I'm telling you right now, you look out the window, you see exactly what Tom posted.
Maybe he's got a lot of werewolves in his followers.
He doesn't. And the fact that you're trying to defend him right now is really, really
It's dumb.
insane.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's
All
the
right,
worst
I won't.
Instagram story ever posted in the history of Instagram stories.
Which Unsnacked should I play? The song or the not song?
Song.
Grab a can, grab a bag. It's delicious, not nutritious. Unsnack.
It's so fucking stupid. I know we're doing mail, but you brought up Tom, and I thought, well, I bought this because Tom said, what did he say verbatim? Is that he said the new Twix is infinitely better
I think he did say that.
than a standard Twix. And I am of the opinion that the Twix is the perfect chocolate bar.
Like, you have to
So-
also go on the scale of Tom things, where
But like
he's had like
infinitely
6 Game
better.
of the Years this year. His ranking scale is crazy.
Like if I eat this and I think this is infinitely better than a normal Twix, then that means like okay chocolate bar should taste like shit compared to this. But we're gonna find out. I will say there is a chance that I do like this better than a regular Twix.
Yes, he said
because
infinitely superior.
because
to regular.
it is just a regular Twix with sea salt. It's not like a whole different. It's a very minor change. Has anyone else tried this?
No.
No, I don't even.
I
haven't
looked
seen
for it. I couldn't find it.
I Instacart it.
Oh, okay.
How much was it for that one candy bar?
Well, I got other things, but I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't. Yeah,
That's $15 candy bar right there. Better taste good.
Looks normal.
Is that left?
I
or
was
right?
actually
Is
I
that
was,
left
I
or
was
right?
hoping it would have like the sea salt crystals on top, but it's salted caramel. So
Is that
the caramel is what's salted.
Is that the left or the right Twix?
Didn't they stop that?
They don't do that on.
I know.
on
I'm
this.
just fucking. It doesn't matter.
But
they're always.
This is the right Twix of the two.
Well, how would you know? The orientation was.
I had this argument with Therese once.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
You've got to orient it so that you can read the words.
Right, but what if it was packaged incorrectly?
No, you get left and right based on how it's packaged.
Mm.
How is it gonna get? It's not people. There's not.
Are we
fucking,
going to hear?
Are we
the
gonna hear
review?
about how this fucking
Yeah, the
candy
rev-
bar
I
is?
mean,
Or
this
just listen
is
to you
ob-
talk.
I'm trying to figure it out. I got to be honest. I don't taste anything different.
I knew. Honestly, I was like, it might taste a little better, but it may be slight difference. Like that's.
Okay, I think the first bite
You could probably
I
get a
just
little
didn't
bit.
have a lot of salt in. I took a much bigger bite on the second bite. That was pretty good.
I mean,
Is
I'm
it
sure it is.
infinitely
It's
better.
superior, whatever he said.
It's like 99% the same.
Mm.
I like
that is
it.
what we predicted earlier.
I can taste it, but you mostly just taste it in the aftertaste, except for the second bite I had, which I must have had like a big salt crystal or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Uh-oh.
What a time to freeze.
Uh-oh.
On his end, it's not frozen.
No, he's still
We
talking.
probably are.
Yeah.
I think I lost you guys for a moment.
Yeah, we didn't hear
there he
anything.
is.
I might pick it over a regular Twix,
Mm-hmm.
but I also might not. It's not any worse. It is largely the same. I do like that there's like a slight difference, but I don't know if I'd even say it's better. I'd say it's as good,
If
which in
you
my
saw
opinion,
that on the
with the
shelf
Twix
next to a
being the best chocolate bar, that's pretty good.
if you saw that in the shelf
Yeah.
next to a regular Twix, the regular Twix is $1 and this one's $2. You buying this one?
Not if I'm thirsty.
Because it'd be more thirsty.
like,
No, it makes
like I'll be
sense.
honest with you, I feel thirsty now.
If you're thirsty in general, a Twix is not going to help you.
Yeah, because the aftertaste is where I'm tasting the salt the most at the end. So now I'm kind of left with like a salty aftertaste, which not a problem, but if I don't have a drink on me. So there you go. Let's read this mail I got on the Discord. Email it on unrankedpodcast.com or 805-738-8692 or 805-RETUNIA, or if you go to the Discord, click on the link in the show notes and go to questions for the pod.
I love how you hit the
Send me a
jingle
DM.
again.
I gotta get in there right. This came in from Makilla Gorilla. I think Makilla may have sent it to our old email. Hey, emailed you guys a couple weeks ago, but I got the wrong email address. So I'll send it to you on here if that's okay. Secret competition. What's good unranked crew? It's Felix, aka Makilla Gorilla. I love the podcast. Keep up the good work on the podcast and keep bringing us more content. This is just random, but I feel like I'm having a secret competition with Tuna on whose baby will walk first. I have 3 kids, 2 older boys, and my daughter, who I think is almost the same age as your daughter. She was born at the end of October. And when you mention your daughter on the podcast and how much she's growing and developing, my daughters are around the same development as yours. And I heard in the last pod that she's started to fully stand. And mine is too. She would just be sitting on the floor and then stand herself up like 3 or 4 or 30 times or more sometimes, but won't step or walk yet. Tries to, then gives up and crawls. So now when I hear the pod every week, I'm curious, if your daughter is beating mine on the secret competition, or whose daughter is going to walk first?
Not so secret. I
Not
don't know
anymore.
man. I mean, well, so yeah, so she's been pulling up to stand for a while. Like she's been pretty like early on a lot of things. Now we're almost at a year and she still isn't walking, which is super. Well, she can walk using her walker. Sounds like an old lady,
But not in her own power.
right? Not under her own power, and she can walk if she's holding my hand. She'll walk one hand.
Christopher Walken.
But and I said this to Dan last week. I just feel like she's like I get around faster with the crawl. I don't need this walking thing. No, she kind of has shimmied. We're not counting it, but she kind of like shuffles.
Okay.
Wait,
go.
Yeah,
is she shuffling forward or backwards? Because
She shuffled forward.
Oh,
She
okay.
shuffled forward, and we were like, nah. So, yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Well,
Maybe she'll never walk. Crawl everywhere.
Mikola finishes the email and says, he's been working with her to get her to walk first because he doesn't want to lose. Sounds like he still has a chance.
You
Tuna,
definitely have a chance.
Tell your daughter to keep crawling around so that he can win. Love the podcast. Keep it up and suck it real good. P.S. She started walk about a week ago and hasn't stopped. She said, fuck crawling. I can walk more. Because he's sending me this
the
now.
original email.
The
and this
original
is
email.
This is
So
the update.
she beat your daughter.
Oh, no.
Shit. Oh,
and
my
in a
God.
competition you didn't even know existed.
I didn't even know it existed. I
Oh.
lost.
She hasn't stopped. She said, fuck crawling. I can do more faster walking.
Mm.
Wow. I didn't catch that. Well, I just skimmed it when you first sent it to me. I didn't notice that. Damn. Tony, you got to go talk with that kid.
I gotta go. I gotta talk to her.
Make me look bad.
Yeah, I gotta talk to her. This is ridiculous now.
Start moving those legs. Get those hands off the floor.
Yeah, enough of this. Enough
Pull
of this
yourself
shit.
up by those bootstraps.
Unbelievable. It's so funny too because she crawls up the fucking stairs so fast, and it's just like, why? Like I am wondering. I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Like, are you just not? You don't want to do it?
Your daughter's
not
just
wanna
a
do
girl
it?
from the ring.
Do you just not want to do it? Like, what's happening? So
That's You gotta get her out there. Maybe you can just like figure out like rig something up so she can't crawl. You know, like
Maybe
3D
like,
print some
what's your
kind of like
favorite food?
vertebrae that keeps her
Can
upright.
you like put her favorite food in like a fishing line so she has to follow it? It's like in the air.
But she might crawl.
Well, no, because it's gonna be high.
Oh,
up.
she's gotta get up.
to
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you just make Peppa Pig out of candy or something.
perfect.
Daniel Tiger. I don't know what these kids are watching these days.
Who?
You got Daniel Tiger. You don't know about Daniel Tiger?
Not really.
Daniel Tiger's like Mr. Rogers animated.
Okay.
Yeah. You watch what's that guy's name? You watch this one guy?
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, because my brothers here, they had this shit on the TV like all night for the kid.
No,
And
we
so
have.
now,
Is Coco
now my
Melon still a
YouTube
thing?
has got this fucking like kids channel that just won't go away.
No, I'll tell you
on
what
the
we
TV.
have. I'll tell you
Is
what
Coco
we
Melon
have.
on the menu? I know about Coco Melon.
No, Coco Melon is banned from our house. I think it's horrible.
Oh, because of the song? Coco Melon.
They're horrible. No, we are Miss Rachel exclusive.
Oh,
over
people
here.
love Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel is.
I've heard of
is-
it.
She's killing it. Miss Rachel's killing it. I'm telling you, I could put. I'm telling you right now, Miss Rachel could come into this house, pick up my kid, leave. She wouldn't skip a beat. I don't think she'd miss us. I think she'd be like, okay, whatever. See ya, bitch. Like she'd be like, I'm going with my better parent.
In this scenario, is Miss Rachel the bitch or is your baby the bitch?
No, the baby's calling my
Miss
wife
Ra-
and I bitches.
Oh,
She's like,
okay,
see ya,
okay.
bitch. Like I'm out of here.
I'm glad I asked.
You gotta check out Blippy.
I don't know,
What is
man.
Blippi?
Like
You
I'll
gotta
tell you
check
right
out
now, we
Blippi.
can leave her in front of Miss Rachel. Like she usually is off the wall crazy.
Yeah.
Right. But we turn on Miss Rachel when we need to get stuff done and like we can't like be in the playroom with her. So we just because if we leave, she whines. But if we
Yeah.
put Miss Rachel on, she doesn't give a shit. She just watches Miss Rachel and is like, this is great. I don't need mom and dad. I love Miss Rachel.
Well, when she starts to get tired of Miss Rachel, you upgrade to Blippy.
I don't
Blippy's
know,
great.
man.
Blippy's great. Blippy feels like Mr. Rogers plus Bill Nye plus Steve from Blue's Clues. He's very good. He does a lot of like travel. So like he's like Blippy at the Children's Museum, Detective Blippy, and how important it is to read books. Blippy goes to the zoo, shit like that. Blippy's dope.
Fucking Blippy.
I got really high. I got really high on the weekend while Teresa was gone, and I hadn't changed anything on the YouTube channel. I guess like we had watched other things since they were here. We hadn't opened YouTube. Then I opened YouTube and sat on the couch and didn't and it just kept playing whatever was last on. And I didn't realize I was just watching Blippy at the zoo for like 15 minutes, and I was like, "This isn't good. I gotta turn this off."
Oh boy.
We're just gonna do one last really quick email. This one came in from Kyle, who wanted to know if the Unranked podcast were Muppets which Muppet would everyone be?
Definitely would not be Kermit.
Okay,
Miss Piggy.
sorry. I didn't actually pull it up. I misremembered it. Let me go pull it up because they said Sesame Street. I didn't.
Okay,
said
good.
I just remembered it as Muppets because we were just talking about Muppets. It was Sesame Street. Yeah. Okay. It was Sesame Street. Sorry, my bad. I have to say, there's one of us. It is very clear who they are, and it is Alex, and it is Oscar the Grouch.
No.
Come on.
Didn't even react. He's like, okay.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have some thoughts on this, but that's because I've already seen it. So I want to let you guys first throw out some people
I
who you
don't
think.
really remember the entirety of the lineup of people. I'm trying to remember the ones I do know and see if I fit in any of those categories.
Let's see. Sesame Street cast.
Elmo.
You got Bert and Ernie. You got Cookie Monster. You got the Count. You got Grover.
Snuffleupagus.
Big Bird. So, I mean, I have some thoughts because I already saw this, but what do you guys think, Alex? Dan?
For Dan.
I feel like I can't pick my own. I don't know enough Muppets.
I don't know.
I think Dan's the Count.
The Count.
Why?
I think you're the Count.
Why is he the Count?
Because you're the most semantic of all of us. Like, if anything is like misspoken or said or spelled, you will correct it. And that's the Count's jam is just being like one. Two, it's very, very like.
I feel like the Count has severe OCD.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
You're not Cookie Monster. You're not wild like Cookie Monster.
No.
That's
Well, he's
true.
not really wild. He's just
You could be like
obsessed with
Ernie.
Cookies.
Ernie.
I would
Ernie.
need a roommate.
You and Tom, Bert and Ernie.
No, I couldn't see Tom being a Bert.
Yeah. I think Tom would say he's Big Bird.
Yeah, I was thinking Big Bird for Tom because he's amazed by everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think I would be Elmo because Elmo thinks he's cool, but he's fucking annoying. So I think I would be Elmo.
We'll take it. We'll collectively take it.
I'm probably one of like the minor characters that I can't recall what their name is.
Gonger.
I think you might be the Count. It's a possibility.
Maybe.
Right
at
in.
least you didn't say Gonzo.
No, that's the
That's
that's
the
the
Muppets.
Muppets. That's the Muppets.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
Muppets.
That's the Muppets. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm not good with
Yeah.
this.
No, you
Are you
wouldn't be
thinking of
Gonzo.
Grover?
I haven't watched.
You wouldn't be
Kids-
Gonzo.
No,
no
the
way.
only reason it would have been Gonzo is because it's the stereotypical Jew character.
Oh,
Mm.
I was watching something like a which either Muppets. No, isn't Gonzo a Muppet? Oh,
He's
he
a
is
Muppet.
We said it.
He's a
but
Muppet.
I was like, which Muppets are Jewish? Someone started like a TikTok series, and they were like, here are some. And it's like Gonzo, the nose thing.
The nose
But
thing.
it's also like I think canon, like he was wearing like a fucking yarmulke at some point in some episode.
oh, okay.
There you
Well, on
go.
that, Tuner, do you have any complaints?
No.
Great. Whoops. Jump the gun.
All right. See you later, guys.
All right, we're gonna play game. Today's game, we're gonna play. I didn't come up with a name for this.
We'll name it after.
So I'm just gonna strive a game. This was actually sent in to me as an idea by one of our listeners. Great listener, great game, very cool. Their name's Spiffy. Everybody knows Spiffy in the Discord. Spiffy's great. Spiffy was like, "Here's a great idea for a game." I said, "You're fucking right." I put it together. We're gonna play it right now. I've got every Nintendo home console: the NES, SNES, N64, GameCube, Wii, and Wii U.
Now you're just showing.
I want you to tell me what year the last game that officially came out for each one of those consoles was.
Oh,
I'm going to give you the
How
game,
about we call
and
this
you're
game?
going to tell me the year.
You ready for the name of the game? Ninwendo.
Okay, great. I mean, this is
Pretty
the
good.
next time we play it. It won't be Nintendo
Oh,
though.
okay.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
But for
Right.
today, it's Ninwendo. So, Alex, so you don't have to type. You can just say your answer, and Dan, you can just text me yours, I guess, if that's what you want to do, or you can both text me. But just don't cheat. You know,
I'm
This
not
is
gonna
very
cheat.
easy to cheat. Don't cheat.
I'm not cheating.
So we're gonna start.
I like how I was more trustworthy in this example because he was like, Alex, don't hold your phone. Don't be near your phone. You can just say
Ridiculous.
All right, let's just do them one at a time instead of doing them all at once and then.
Yeah, I agree.
So the NES, the final officially licensed game. There was another game or two. There was other companies that produce games for the consoles, but they weren't officially licensed. Like they just like made games that technically like. So we're not counting them. We're only going with officially licensed games. I'm also going with only physically released games, not digital as well, because that kind of fucks up some stuff and it's less interesting. So the NES, it's Wario's Woods. So Wario's Woods on the NES is the final game that came out for the Nintendo Entertainment Console, which I was like, I just never even thought about Wario as a character in that era, on the NES, but it also makes sense.
so I'm just sending you the date.
It's a falling tile puzzle game. So, like many, tile based like Tetris like games.
So bad with years. Okay. I sent you mine.
Okay.
I mean,
Are you gonna?
I'm
okay.
like actually in my mind, I'm like thinking like, oh yeah, well this came out. No. Like I fucking know. Okay.
I have
Now.
a general idea of the range of years when things happened, but
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
good with exactly when.
Wait, so you want me to just say it or?
Sure. If you don't want to send it, you can just say it.
I already
I
sent
thought
it.
I was saying.
Okay, great. Alex, what year?
I'm gonna go with 1993.
Okay. And Dan.
I went way earlier, 1987.
Okay.
I'm gonna say right now that 87 was the year that Zelda came out, right?
Yes.
So I think
I was
there's
just thinking,
going.
when did the NES stop making new games? And it was just the Super NES after that.
So for some context, the Super Nintendo came out in 1991.
Oh, okay. Terrible answer by me.
So
I told
Yeah,
you
but
that. There was
Wario's
range of
Woods-
years. I don't give the exact.
Yeah, but even I mean, like we know this. Like even after the GameCube came out, N64 games kept coming out.
But it was
So-
exclusive to that system.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, we're not talking about anything being exclusive to any system because there's
then
games that
I just
because there's games that are going
Okay.
to come out on Sega and other shit like so yeah, it was
But I'm wrong anyway.
1994. 1994 was the last time a game officially came out for the Nintendo Entertainment. So Alex, that was a great guess. You're off by one.
Thank
That was
you.
a great
So we
guess.
both didn't get it. Next.
Yeah, neither of you got it.
No,
But,
but we have to play closest too. We can't,
I
we can't
don't
be
remember
doing
anyone
we can't be
saying
doing exact. That's insane. There's no way that's happening.
I think it will be much more likely to happen as there's much less time going forward. These first consoles were much
There's a
farther
range of
apart.
like
There will be
7 years for each of these
What are you
questions
talking
that could
about? This
possibly
is-
be.
All right, fine. We'll go by closest and you'll both get a point if you tie. So Alex, you have 1 point.
Something
Congratulations.
fishy's going on here.
The Super Nintendo. Now this is wild. Frogger was the last game to be
No.
officially. Yes, it was,
Really?
but it was a port of the current arcade version of Frogger. So it was the current arcade version of Frogger. So it was a newer, because they would come out with new versions of Frogger over time, and it was just titled Frogger, but it was the last Super Nintendo officially published game.
I got it. I got a year in my head that is calling its name.
Okay. I'll just wait for Dan's. Got Dan's.
I have a new thought on this whole stupid game, which is I'm not gonna remember the last year of things, so I'm gonna try to guess a bunch of years into the next system.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so this is why I
what
didn't
I'm
want to
doing.
do who's closest, because now you guys are going to end up tying a lot.
All right, then
Alex,
fuck it.
no, let's just see what happens, because it might work fine. What did you guess?
I said 2000.
Okay. And Dan?
I was way off. I said 1999.
One of you is 1 year away.
And the other one is 2 years.
2
away.
years away.
That is correct. And that person
It's 2001.
is Alex, because it came out in 1998.
Oh,
And-
nice.
Oh,
It could be
You just
tied
tied
to
the
0
game
right now,
up.
but instead we're tied at 1.
You just tied the game
It's
up.
the same thing.
All right. The Nintendo 64. Anyone care to guess what the final game for the Nintendo 64 was? It's a game you both know.
yeah. I think I actually know this. Is it a Pokemon game?
No.
The Is it?
It's not even made by Nintendo.
I thought it was Pokemon 2. Pokemon Stadium 2.
Pokemon 2.
Pokemon 2, the game.
I want to play
hold on.
Pokemon 2.
Is that TOO at that point?
It's not. Is it gold? Is it a rare game? Is it James Bond?
No, you won't get it. You won't get it.
Oh, hold on.
I won't get it.
It's the last game. I mean, I'm gonna guess something stupid.
Don't Google it, Tuna.
SXX Tricky
I'm not
2.
googling. I already
No,
have
but
it in
that's
my
close. That's very close in
Tony Hawk's Pro
theme.
Skater 3.
It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Yes, it's
Damn.
the final game to come out on the Nintendo 64. So tell me, what year did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 come out on the Nintendo 64?
Okay, I can do this. It had to be in that range. Because
think-
that was then.
hand.
This is now. It's a
Tony
great
Hawk's
game
Pro
idea.
Skater.
Thank you, Spiffy.
3. Okay. I mean, I'm good to
We
go.
can do it with handhelds. We can do it with Sega, PlayStation. We could do this game at least like 3 more times, and then we could reskin it and be like, what was the last of this franchise? You know, it's a good concept.
Who are you talking to?
He's talking to
I'm talking to
Spiffy right
Spiffy.
now, who's not here,
But
but he made the
listening.
game.
I'm giving Spiffy live props for everyone else to hear. I think that's if I were a listener to a podcast and I wrote something in
Yeah.
and the podcast hosts were like, yo, this is fucking sick, I would be so pumped. So I'm just trying to give
Yeah.
Spiffy props.
All right, fine. I'm good to go.
All right. What you got, Tuna?
2000. Should I go?
Oh, wait,
with
wait.
that?
Dan, did you send me your?
I
Okay.
sent yours.
Should I go with that?
If you had notifications on, you'd know that.
2000. Whoa.
I want to go with 2003, but I feel like that was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I think I played in your house, Chris.
You
Which-
played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 there also.
So then, I mean, you kind of just gave it away.
Not necessarily.
He gave you the latest year that it could
No, because
possibly
you
be.
moved away.
Yeah. But-
when did you move away?
That's
I'm gonna go
There's
with
a really
2000
interesting fact about this game that will also change things.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
2003.
Okay. Dan,
I went 4.
once again,
No.
you guys are right next to each other, and one of you is 1 year away, and the other person is 2 years away, and that person is Dan because the answer is 2002.
Damn. Okay. I was thinking that
Now
was too
here's-
soon because it must come out like pretty soon after 2.
Here's the thing: if you Google what year did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 come out, you will not get the answer of 2002. You will get the answer of 2001. However, on the Nintendo 64, it was a year later, ported to the Nintendo 64 because this was a GameCube game originally. And then they brought it to the N64 a year later. So it came out on the 64 in 2002, but it came out on other consoles in 2001,
All right.
which is actually like pretty interesting.
That
they were
is
like,
interesting.
they were like, we could get more fucking out. Let's just juice this thing. There's
Yeah.
people that don't have these new consoles yet. Backport it onto the
Sure.
old consoles.
Okay,
Sure.
so that's what I did wrong. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out in 2000. I thought it was later than that.
Yeah, they pumped those bad boys out.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 games left. 2-1, Alex. The Nintendo GameCube. I'm looking, and now I cannot give you the full title of this game because
Okay.
the final game to come out was
Is it because
Madden
it has Voldemort in it?
blank.
That's it?
Because it was Madden, blank. It was a Madden
on,
game.
just
I
give it a
cannot-
number.
game.
I cannot give you the number because that will give you the year. But yes, the final game to come out of the Nintendo GameCube was a Madden game, which makes sense. These yearly install games are probably like littering a lot of these
So
lists
that-
for other consoles as well.
What was the system after GameCube? It was Wii,
The Wii.
right? And that I
The
remember.
Wii
that.
is just what like the second or third highest selling console of all time.
I hope I got it right. I don't know
think
why.
it's-
I got
I think it's
everyone right.
Was it the PS2 and then the DS and then the Wii?
Actually, hold on.
I can't remember.
There we go. I cleared up my answer.
Okay. I think I have it in my head.
All right. Tuna?
Now, from what I remember, the Wii came out in 07? And I'm gonna guess that GameCube games are coming out for 2 years after that. So I'm gonna go with 2009.
Okay. The Wii, I think, came out in 2006. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
No,
I
you could be
think
right.
You
It's
could be
I
different.
right.
think it
then no
came
one
out
had it
like
until
the
then.
year after we graduated high school. So I think it might have been 2006.
That would have been 2006 because I graduated in 2006. The year after you
Yeah.
guys.
I think. I could be wrong though. All right. And Dan, so you guessed 2009.
So no. Originally, I said 2009, but I specified and said I think
No, I was saying
Madden
Alex.
09
Sorry.
came out in 2008,
Right, because it's whatever the
Oh.
Madden year is, it comes out. So,
which
so
is
Dan,
dumb.
that was some smart thinking. Madden 09, 2008. Alex, you went 2009. Once again, you were both 1 year off from each other. One of you is 2 years away. One of you is one year away.
So
And
no
that
one's getting
person
these on
is
on the
Dan
dot.
because the game came out in 2007 and it was Madden 08.
Wow.
I was close.
All
I'll take that.
tied up.
Mm.
All right. Final two consoles. The Wii. We're going to do that first. Once again, I cannot give you the full title because it is Just Dance and then the year.
Mm.
So tell me, what year did the final Just Dance / Wii game come out? There was another Wii game that came out on I think it was like a virtual console thing or something, or it's like only in Japan. I'm not counting that. We're doing US physical releases only.
You know, hide.
When did the Wii U come out?
2013.
And they were cranking
Yeah,
out
because
Wii
the
games.
Xbox One was 2012, so the Wii U would have been 2013. I'm just double check.
So
And I
it's
can tell you when
interesting
the
because-
consoles come out.
It's interesting because
Oh,
we're getting
2012, the Wii U.
because we're getting I feel like the number of years between consoles is
It's
it
longer and longer.
Yeah, it's getting longer and longer.
Yeah, it used to be like 5 years. Now it's up to like 8.
Yeah.
It used to be 4
So
to
they
5.
came out
now
in
it's-
2012. All right, I'm good to go.
All right.
This is the Wii, not the Wii U, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have Dan's? I have Dan's. Alex, you're up. What's your answer for Just Dance?
I'm gonna go with 2015.
Okay. So you think it's Just Dance
2015.
2015 or 2016? I don't know how they number them. Dan?
I want the year of 2014. I don't know what the Just Dance
Ooh.
would be.
So once again, you guys are only 1 year off from one another, except this time, one of you is 5 years off and one of you is 4 years off.
So I lost because it couldn't have been before the Wii came out.
Just Dance 2020
That is
came out in
that is
2019.
absolutely insane.
I actually thought you might have caught this, Alex, because it was at the final E3 we went to.
Yeah.
And we were joking
but-
about how there was still a fucking Wii game.
Yeah.
here.
As you're saying this, my memory is being jogged.
Why in the world?
People
Because it
still
was
have
like
the
the
Wii.
third,
Is it because
second
the
or
Wii
third
U was
highest
such
selling
shit?
console of all time?
But I feel
No,
like if the Wii U was
Isn't
any
it because
good-
people didn't upgrade to the Wii U?
Well, it's that, but also there were 101 million Wii's sold, right? And the highest selling console of all time was only 157. So you're talking about the player base for the Wii was so high that I think them putting it out on the Wii every year, the sales, they were like, well, people are still fucking buying it. So we'll
Right.
we'll keep selling it. It's the Skyrim effect. And then I guess that was the last one. They were like, well,
So this was
it's not
just
going to make
Dance the
sense
Elder
anymore.
Scrolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that brings the score to 3-2.
That's
Final
correct.
round. The Wii U, the final game to have a physical release on the Wii U, is a top-down action shooter, a little bit like really old school GTA, called Shakedown Hawaii. Tell me what year that was.
When did the Switch come out?
I feel like that's cheating. I feel like asking when the next system came out is cheating.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. I think it came out in 2017. So now this is going to be interesting. Is it before or after?
Before or after what?
Here's a question.
This isn't Jeopardy.
Here's a question for you.
Don't answer it.
Is it possible that Wii U games are still coming out? Or is it definitely not? Are
This
there
is the
no-
last officially published game. Is
I
it
guess
possible that
technically it's
Nintendo's going to
possible,
officially
but-
I think no. I think they
Why the
sunset
fuck
the
would they
console.
waste money on that?
I think they officially sunset the console
It was like their
because it
least-
also
their system that sold the least systems. So why would they
Yeah.
continue to put games out for it?
and they sunset the store as well. So like there aren't going to be new digital games. So I'm pretty sure like they're not officially publishing anything. Could someone unofficially release stuff? Yes, there are games like that on all of these consoles, but we're not using
Wait,
those games.
so here's a question for you
Is it,
then.
is it correct here that no one's gotten one exactly right so far?
That is
Yes.
correct.
That's
So
crazy.
hold on. So you're telling me that Breath of the Wild 2 is not going to be coming out on the Wii U,
Correct.
but Breath of the Wild 1 did.
Yes. But it wasn't Breath of the Wild 1. It was just Breath of the Wild. And I have a feeling that the new one isn't going to end up being called Breath of the Wild 2. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a name and we just don't know what it is yet.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is like so the way that like Halo came out on the previous console as well.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Nintendo has stopped that. I'm not trying to talk for cheating purposes.
Wii U is
just
Wii U is
curious.
done.
All right.
Are you still thinking of keeping your Wii U? Is that why you're asking this question?
No, my Wii U's been long gone. Long gone. Sold that thing on.
I
Let
sold
Go.
mine. I got $35 for it and all the games I had total.
I got $100.
Yeah,
got
I got like 150
Almost
because I did it
shit.
early
and I
enough.
was like, you know what? Just get it away from me. I don't care.
Oh, it's too bad. There was like a time where I'd messaged you where they were giving like $100 for it, but missed
Hurt.
opportunities. Alex,
I'm gonna go with 2020.
Dan.
I said the same thing. I think it probably came out right before the pandemic.
So you guys both have the same year.
Do we hold on? Can we go months for tie break purposes?
If
But if the year's
Well, there
not
can't
even
be a
correct,
tiebreak.
then
Oh, okay. Well, if it's right, when it's right.
so, I mean, I'll pose that to Alex. Alex, do you want to break this down into months?
are we correct that the 2020 is the year?
One of you is 1 year off.
How?
What?
We both said the same year.
We both
Well, I
said
didn't
the
say
same-
both of you. I mean, two of you can be. One of you is. The other one is as well. I didn't say the other one wasn't. But one of you is 1 year
That
off.
is
The answer is
dumbest thing.
2019.
What are
The
you
last-
fucking like?
the
Oh,
last-
I have 2 coins. One of them's not a quarter. What are the
Yeah,
coins?
that's exactly what I was doing. That was 100% what I was doing. Yes. That's right. One of them isn't a nickel. The other one is.
This is stupid.
It was 2019 was the last physical release for the Wii U, which means the final score is 4-3, Alex to Dan. And that's the game. Congratulations, Alex.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I worked hard for it.
I think that's a great game. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
a good
love
game.
it.
It's easy.
Yeah,
we
it's
could do
good.
it again.
Easy squeezy, lemon peasy.
There's a lot of consoles out there to choose from. So
Mhm.
We can go through the Ataris.
Yeah.
go through some. Dan, let's hear
You-
from Alex. Where are you at?
Oh, okay. That's misleading.
Tuna Targaryen on Twitter and PlayStation, and Tuna Space Targaryen on Xbox.
Dan.
Big Dan 815 on Twitter, Twitch, PlayStation, and the Big Dan 815 on Xbox.
I'm Christian_Humes is the Unranked podcast. Oh fuck, I was gonna talk about this earlier, but I didn't, so I'll just wait till next week. So I guess until then, if you want to hear what that is, stay unranked, motherfuckers.
Suck it.
So what is this post show?
So here's the question: is the post show on YouTube, or should I kill that stream?
No, post show is for all of the.
For it's
Yeah.
okay, so it's on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Good. I never knew which one was which or whatever, so I left it running.
No,
last
they
week,
get
too.
both. They get
All right,
both.
cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So what should this post show be? This was good. This was good, but it's like basically the same. It's just like you could buy a Twix and put some salt on it and you'd have the same fucking thing, I think. So
You should try that next time. Just buy a regular Twix,
yeah, buy a
pour
regular,
a little bit
yeah,
of salt, and be like, "Is it the same?"
yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Not the it's I kind of like it.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I was actually like expecting when I opened it, to have the little salt crystals, like when you get a
Yeah.
piece
Yeah.
of salted chocolate.
Oh, so
Yeah,
Tim, did you
yeah.
order that candy?
I did.
Finally, you
I
did.
did.
Okay.
What candy?
So these the sour belts. That
Oh,
I've been
what's going on
eating.
here?
Smarty stop. But
Are
I
they-
got these on Amazon. I got like a pound.
Are
filled
they
the
like
bag at
really
first.
good?
They have been really good. They've been really sour. So I thought he'd like
All
them.
right.
So I
I
told him
would.
like a week and a half ago about them.
This is true.
And he went, okay, cool. And then next time I spoke to him, he was like, oh shit, what was that candy? I didn't order it. And I told him the candy again. And apparently he just ordered it before we started.
That's true. That's very true. Either
What is
I,
super fruit sour candy gummy belts?
I got the assorted sour belts.
Oh,
The Smarty Stop
sorts.
assorted sour belts.
Okay.
I would say this is the first candy where I usually eat less than the serving size recommends. Because I usually have like one or two and I'm done. The serving size is
Oh,
four.
because it's so sour.
Yeah.
Interesting.
really? Oh, now I'm really looking forward to
I
it.
mean, for me, my sour levels aren't probably quite on your level, but
maybe,
it's
maybe
very-
not.
they're very sour. I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, these are fucking nothing.
No, well,
Maybe.
we'll
Wait. So
time
yours
will
is
tell.
just. I can't find this listing you've got. I've got
Smarty
Smarty
Stop.
Stop super fruit sour candy gummy belts and Smarty Stop assorted sour mixed gummy candies.
That's weird. Tuna, you ordered them earlier. You have the link still?
Let me check.
You just sent it to him.
Clicking on the brand.
On Amazon, you're looking?
Yeah, I'm on the Zin.
I've got arriving on Saturday is Smarty Stop all flavor sour candy belt, sour assorted 1 pound.
All flavor.
All four.
Yeah.
All four flavors.
Interesting. So this one's got the super fruit. Oh, here we go.
I just sent it. Okay.
Yeah, Smart Stop all flavor. Okay.
Either way, they're enjoyable. Like the candy's not nothing after you get past the sour too. It actually has like a taste to it.
It's way more than 4 flavors, right? It's got
Oh, I only got the four. I
Blast
only got assorted
berry?
flavors.
blueberry, cotton candy, mango, green apple.
Oh, I did not get all those
Um,
flavors, so have fun with those. I only
Oh,
got
well, I'm just assuming all of those are in there because it says
Oh.
all flavor.
I got 4 flavors in here, I think.
Yeah, the
It
image
doesn't really
shows
list
only
them.
4 colors, but like this page has
maybe more
blackberry,
exist.
blueberry, cotton candy, mango, green apple, rainbow, raspberry, cherry, strawberry, watermelon, strawberry, banana, strawberry,
For-
apple.
For me, I could tell you I got
Just the
cherry,
4.
strawberry, green apple, and blueberry.
What's the best one?
The green apple is really good,
All right, well, mine will
but
be
I
here on
did like
Saturday.
the cherry as well. Actually, I like all of them, but those are my 2 favorites.
Interesting. I've been having a lot of Big League Chew lately.
When I can't eat that because or chew it because when I do it, the whole bag ends up in my mouth at one time,
Yeah, no, that's
and it's bad for your jaw. Like it's bad for it.
Mhm.
I usually have like half the bag because I'll just swallow. I just eat the gum.
No, you
Well,
don't.
Yes, I do.
Why?
You
Not
swallow
always,
it?
but a lot of the time. Just because, especially with the Big League Chew, it's so thin and like.
I mean, I
like
see
it-
how one could
like
swallow it, but as an
deteriorates.
adult, you swallow it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine.
I mean, I guess
I mean, have you seen
It just
the
goes right through your
episode?
body. Goes right through your body.
it does, but it can't be good for you. It could be nothing, I guess, but it can't.
Haven't
be
seen the
good
episode
for
of
you.
what, Tuna?
I'm thinking of Rugrats, but I don't think it is Rugrats.
Oh, you gotta get stuck
I
for
think
7
it's-
years. That's untrue.
No, I think it's Magic School Bus where
Mm.
he swallows gum. Arnold
Mm.
swallows gum.
I think it's this bigger problem. Like it's like it could be a problem for small kids because your body is so much smaller. So like all of your
Well,
organs a lot smaller. It's
Tuna,
more possible that it
Tuna,
could cause,
what's
like, a
the biggest-
blockage.
what do you think the bigger deal in that episode is? That Arnold swallows gum, or that they send a dirty fucking school bus into him to retrieve it?
There's no way that Miss Frizzle is sending a dirty school bus. She definitely sanitizes that school bus every
There's
time.
no time to sanitize that school
Oh,
bus
is-
every day
If-
No,
if
I
she
don't.
can
I
make
don't
a
think she
bus-
has to. I don't
It's
think she has to
magic.
sanitize it because
because it's magic.
when the bus, when the bus shrinks, anything
Fucking
that's
magic.
touching the bus on the outside of it would
would
fall,
fall off,
off.
I guess.
It's everything.
Unless-
it's the bus and inside.
Are you sure that like the dirt caked on?
Yeah,
the
but I
bus
think
isn't
the
part of
dirt.
it?
I bet you the dirt and the grime and the germs on the bus.
The inside of the bus
also-
isn't clean either, and those kids are walking in there.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah, it could be magic bus. It's a magic school bus. It's in the name.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be realistic.
If would you actually like to be on a magic school bus?
Yeah, 100%. What's wrong with that?
I would not in any way, shape, or form want to be on a magic school
So,
bus.
Alex, like we're on the bus, right? And then it starts shrinking. First of all, let's just assume it's not painful when your whole body shrinks all at once. Let's just assume that part. That's fine, right? But like, I don't know. It seems pretty fucking scary and traumatizing for a child to be going inside another human being, let alone one of your friends.
Right. It's not great.
Like, I don't know if I would come for like a second trip. I would do it probably the first time, but I don't know if I'd be like, I need to do that again.
I mean, there would be lawsuits like crazy if the parents ever believed the kid.
It's true. That's true. Someone asked me this the other day. If there was a nuclear war,
Okay.
would you? And just assume like you're not gonna like have any debilitating issues, but like, you know, nuclear winter happens.
By the way,
most of
Mr. No
society is
Fear
gone.
says that swallowing gum terrified him as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to also like, I don't really do it now because I don't really eat them anymore, but I would just eat the whole sunflower seed, shell and everything.
You're a
You're a
psychopath.
monster.
It tastes so good. I love the shell.
That's absolutely psychotic.
It was very good. I really liked it. Yeah, my brothers told me I was insane, but I was like, it felt so finicky to like bite the like all the good flavors on the outside of the shell. It's not the inside of the sunflower seed necessarily. So it got all the saltiness on the outside. It's like they don't roast the inside of the seed; they roast the outside of the seed.
Well, the idea is
Roast
it's
the
supposed to
shell,
take you forever because you lick the outside of the shell till it's not flavored anymore. And then you
No,
break
I
it
just-
open, you eat the little seed inside.
I just toss that in there and toss it in and just fucking crunch it up and just swallow it, baby.
Crazy.
It's good roughage. Good
You're out,
roughage.
you're out of your mind.
This is definitely
Every
a kid
now
who
and
had
then, though-
bloody fucking stool.
Every now and then, that never happened to me. But what did happen a couple times was you'd be chewing and you'd get like a splinter
Caught on
just
your
like
tongue.
right up in
Yeah.
between the
Yeah.
two
Oh
teeth.
God.
And
That
I'd be
sounds
like,
terrible.
ow, and I have to like pull it out.
Absolutely insane.
But it was really good. It tasted great. It's very earthy flavor. It's very saucy.
It's absolutely insane.
Try next time you have sunflower seeds, eat one. You don't
Okay.
have to swallow it, but chew up the whole seed, chew up the whole shell and everything.
All right.
It's the flavor profile infinitely better
The
than a standard,
flavor
than a
profile.
standard sunflower seed with
No,
when you're
you
not
sound
eating
like
the
a
shell.
maniac.
You know how
I forgot that
usually-
this is
what-
a thing. I
usually
don't
when
think
you
I ever
eat
told
food,
you.
You take the rocks out of it. Just eat it with the rocks. It's
Yeah,
better with the
you
rocks.
sound like
You
The
knew
rocks
this
have
at one
flavors.
point. You knew this at one point because there was a deli near us. What was it, Busco's, that we would
Yeah,
go to all the
Busco's,
time?
Busco's,
yeah.
We used to
Yeah.
ride our bikes all the time around town, and we'd go to the deli, and we would pick up like sunflower seeds and candy and a soda or whatever, and I would just fucking eat the whole bag. Everyone else
I'm
would be
not
spitting them
watching
out.
you eat fucking
would just be-
sunflower seeds.
I'd just be eating them.
I wasn't watching you eat.
Yeah, Tuna was probably just
I was-
self-involved with his own thing.
I was watching you eat.
I'm sure you were. Fucking nutcase.
He's over there just chewing
Fucking
fucking
maniac.
sunflower seeds, watching you eat.
Just unblinking, just.
And then Karthik's trying to find a
Okay,
ride from
so
Stranger
there's
Things.
a nuclear holocaust.
All right.
Most everything's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to survive it?
Oh. Yeah. I want to see what happens.
You want, but
How
then you
long do
want
you
to
wanna
live in
survive
that
it?
wasteland.
How
I
long?
guess.
Do you just want to
You
know
wanna
what happens and then die?
Rebuild society.
Yeah.
You gotta like forage for food in a nuclear wasteland
Yeah.
I mean,
and clean water.
you have to remember that even though Twinkies may still exist, they're still disgusting.
But like assume like you're everything like everything is gone, right? It's like you don't have people to hang out with, you don't have the internet, you don't have any kind of
That part
entertainment.
sounds kind of nice.
You don't like let's say like running water and power are gone. It's like you're living in a wasteland kind of a situation.
Yeah, like if
you'd
you have to go to the bathroom, you're
No,
going and it's
rebuild.
I
Rebuild.
understand, but I want to know what happens. My thirst to know what
Yeah.
happens next.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you just want to live like long enough to know what's going on and then you're done?
I
check out.
guess. Yeah, maybe. That's not bad.
Can't hear you. I can't hear Chris.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel the same way as Tuna, but I was curious. Yeah, I wanted to really like because as I thought about it, I thought the same thing. I'm like, I mean, it sounds like such a pain in the ass, but I like on the one hand, just being gone and not having to do that is probably preferable because it's sort of like imagine you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison or you're going to get death row and you know like hey this isn't going to have to go on for fucking ever. Like a lifetime prison sentence is probably worse than getting the death penalty in many
Here's-
ways.
Here's the other thing about nuclear winter, right?
Yeah.
How long till like it's inhabitable again?
Till
where
it's
you can,
nuclear
like, be on the
spring.
surface. Like how long are you underground just
Let's
waiting?
let's say the reason you survived is because you were somewhere that like the blast radius, you were far enough away from the blast radius that let's say like.
Oh, that
but
sounds
you were-
awful though, because then everyone around me's there too, and it's just the same problem.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm outside the blast radius, then like the whole area I'm in.
You
is
were
like-
hiking somewhere, so like yes, there have to be
Okay, so
other
I'm
people
off
that
in the
survive.
remote area.
Like
and I
1%
just happen
of
to survive.
humanity is left. 99% is gone. It's just the billionaires. No, it's just
They're on their yachts.
yeah, they're on their nuke yachts. They're gonna come back to Earth. They left for Mars. They're gonna come back. They took care of it. They're
Nuke
like, look,
yachts.
global warming,
They're the
no
future.
problem. We got nuclear winter now. Hey, we solved it. And then they,
Why
I
are
don't
they
know why they all
walking
sound they all sound like that for some
Why are they
reason.
walking here?
Yeah, what's happening?
I don't know. It seems like it would be really bad, but at the same time, I agree. I would want to know. I'd want to be like, oh, so this is what happened. And then, but then I realized, like, boy, there's a lot of time that's going to come after finding out that knowledge. That's going to suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you
Like,
make
there's
it not
a
that
lot.
much time, I guess.
Yeah, but then that sucks too. Like,
Yeah.
like just being, blown into oblivion, not knowing that it's happening, because that's essentially what would happen in a nuclear blast. In some ways seems preferable. Just curious. Dan, are you staying? You going?
I would have FOMO, but if I don't know what's happening, like if I didn't know it was happening, I guess I couldn't miss it.
I think FOMO is like a real thing here. I'd want
It
to
is.
know. I'd
Yeah.
want to see who else is there.
Also, like
You want to be
are
the
there
last
zombies
human alive.
or
Yeah, I want to be the
zombie-like
last
things?
human, and I want to know I'm the last human.
You want to be the last one. Period.
Yeah.
No chance of
humanity-
repopulating.
If our species does well enough and it is scientifically feasible, we should never know when the last human exists, because we should be able to scatter amongst at least our own solar system enough so that, like, if the Earth were gone, like, well, there's people on fucking Europa and Mars and like space station, like,
I mean, you would never know if you're the last person left, even after a nuclear thing, because like the Earth is a big place. Like you'd
Yeah.
have no way of contacting the other side of the world.
unless
first of all.
like the Earth went into like a runaway global warming situation. It was just like the Earth's just gone. We got hit by like Apophis,
Right.
kind of a,
Even in that situation, I'm pretty sure it would be like the Earth itself as a planet would exist. We just wouldn't.
there's just like some island somewhere that some like the currents didn't like blast it into. Like
Probably.
it's just like, yeah, there's still like 50 people left.
And then you'd find out like 6 seasons later or 7 seasons later that it was just a fucking Jacob's ladder the whole time.
Yeah,
None of it happened.
it's true. All right. Well, I think that was post show. Thank you,
All
gentlemen, for joining me. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in. And see you next time.
Phalanges.
Recording stopped.
I gotta
All right.
kill the YouTube feed now. Thanks, guys.
Whew.